Alright, let's keep going. Okay, see how this is going. Always check the card reader ATMs before you swipe. That's actually a good idea. Because of those fake card readers. Dog, down, 8, Bailey. No, 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 good dog. I give you so many snacks, and you want my snacks? Go away. Dad tip number 77, don't smoke. Now another game froze again. I'm hoping it saved okay, because yesterday, my whole computer froze up. And I had to do some maintenance stuff, try to see what the hell was wrong with it. Turns out one of the system files was fucked up after a recent update. Thanks, Windows. It's a long day of clipping coupons. Looked like there was a sale on boxed brownie mix. Okay, good. It saved just a little bit before it froze. Good. That reminds me. I wonder what Joseph's up to. I should see if he wants to hang out. Or if he wants to go to the store with me and use these coupons. Looks like he's online. Oh yeah, he wanted, help chaperoning some kids. Saley. Brogan, hope you're finally recovered from your brownie-induced coma. And I know I promised you a fun hang, but tonight I'm actually chaperoning a youth group mixer. Amanda's invited, of course. If you're not doing anything, you should come. Ah, that sounds nice. Nice, I'm glad you found someone who can fix your PS4. That's wonderful. I hope it can get repaired well. If you have to send it, like, back to the company for repair, that can be a long time and quite a hefty repair fee. So I hope you're getting a better deal at, the guy you're going to. Hold on, I gotta sip my soup. And be a chaperone with me, because I need the help. Maybe know him a little better. Ah, what the heck, my friend needs my help. Oh, nice. Got a cleaning bonus there, that's cool. Joseph lets me know the details. It starts pretty soon, I should get ready. Knock on Amanda's door and peek in. Hey Amanda, I'm about to head out. Where are you off to? Are you gonna go extreme couponing? I'm actually gonna go chaperone this youth mixer dancing that's happening at Joseph's church. He says you're invited, but if you don't want to come, I'll cover for you. You know what? I'm down. Maybe I can make some new friends. That's a good attitude. It'll have you know that I'm mostly doing this for the potential of free food. Thank you, Amanda. You get 4 daughter points today. Can I trade them in for a daughter lava lamp? Sorry, you only have enough for a daughter spider ring, or some of those daughter plastic jumpy frogs. I like those things. They try their hardest. It's inspirational. So you can only play older games? What? That's really weird. We arrived at church to find that nobody is there. There are decorations with balloons and banners and everything, but no Jesus is coming. I've been to a couple dances in my life, and not that I want to paint myself as some sort of dance expert, but generally dances require people. And those people need to be dancing. All of a sudden, Joseph jogs up to us. He looks frazzled. You're here. I need your help. Joseph gestures to the hand-painted banner hanging above the church doors. It reads, Jesus is coming. It overheats if you... What? Because it's a PS4, so isn't that, like... I know it's not, like, latest gen, because isn't it, like, PS5 or something? But still, that should, like... That should still be able to play various... What? Okay, I don't know when consoles come out, but, like, what the hell? That should still be able to play things. It's really weird that it overheats when you try to play anything after 2016. I really hope you can get that sorted out, because, like... What? Yikes. Well, that's certainly a thing. God made all things, Amanda. Except for the banner. Ernest made that. I genuinely can't tell if he meant that maliciously, or he just can't spell good. You know what God also does? Forgives. He forgives teenagers, and he never ever breaks their box mods. Are you going to break Ernest's box mod? No, Amanda, that would be a sin. I think. It's the one right after Sloth. Brogan, I need your help getting this down before anyone sees it. I can swing that. Amanda, can you help? Physical labor, huh? Amanda, Amanda begins rapidly scanning the mostly empty room, looking for an escape route of her own. Almost overheated. What? God, that is a really weird problem you're having. It should not be doing that. I mean, it's made to play games. Consoles are made to play games that are usually, like, too powerful for most computers to play. It's supposed to... I really hope that works out, because, like, what the fuck? I have to go set up the food. Food's already set up. Gonna go do final inspection pass on the food to make sure it's up to code. Gonna eat your food. Amanda's able to bolt away before myself or Joseph can get another worth in. She can really book it when she wants to. Her father was a giant pair of legs. I dated some giant arms once, but it turns out they were alright. You must have been devastated. It was Armageddon. No, it's... I get it. I'll workshop it. There's a gem in there somewhere. Yeah, I hope that all works out, because that sounds like a huge hassle. Having a console that was, like, probably really expensive, and then you can't even play games on it that were made for the console to be able to play, excuse me? I blame the PlayStation Company. Finish chugging my soup. Oh my god, what the hell? Are they selling y'all bad consoles over there or something? What the hell?
Yes.
I'm really glad you're here, Brogan. Are you enjoying my company, or you just lured me out here for my strong arms and height advantage? A little of both. It's always something with you, Joseph. Something handsome and pious. You're not that pious. Debatable. You just alluded to breaking a child's vape pen. I would have lost the debate. Ready to do this? Let's make some magic happen. Magic isn't real, Brogan. God said that. God was also a bush one time. True. Joseph and I grab a stepladder and walk over to Ernest Banner. That turd Ernest had one final trip up his sleeve. Looked like his nightmare was stapled and taped 6 ways from Sunday. Any ideas? What happened to your strong arms and height advantage? Ah, right, I forgot about those. Grab onto it and then bounce a couple times until it falls down with you. That's what I would do. But I realize my oversized dad fingers are far too large to get leverage on the tiny staples. Got a hammer I can use to pry these off? Brogan, this is a church. We get a little nervous around hammers. And nails. Jesus jokes. I'm kidding. We just don't have a hammer. But we have to hurry. The youths will be here any moment, and I'll never hear the end of it if we don't fix this. Wait, I have an idea. I run to grab the marker that Ernest used to draw the thing and jump back onto the ladder. We can't get it down, but we can send a different message. I got only one shot here. Let's do this right. You could literally just change it to an O. You could just change it to an O. Jesus isn't Jesus is Cuban. Jesus is calming? I'm able to turn the U and A into an L somehow. It's a little tight, but it works. Well, that's true, I guess. Bask in his calming presence, Joseph. Relax. Crisis averted. Let's just hope the youths don't notice. Joseph checks his watch. The DJ should be here by now. Just then, the doors swing open and a man struts in. Oh no, with DJing equipment. Wait, you're not the usual guy. What happened to Evan? Evan knew exactly when to play the Cupid Shuffle. Hey, I'm not Evan. Evan sold all his DJ equipment to backpack through Europe, so I'm filling in for him. I do envy him, though. What I would give to drop everything and start over. Ha ha! Wait, it's the sad guy from the trivia place. Are you? Alright. Alright, I'm better than alright. I'm DJ Spin Master Quinn. He sighs heavily. I usually do trivia nights, but I moonlight on the ones and twos to give myself a sense of purpose in life. Is he? Okay. Well, you'll have to do. You have a playlist of fun songs that youths will like that won't inspire impure thoughts or tempt them to the dark side, right? The DJ thinks for a moment. Believe me, buddy, I got what you need. Okay, great. I'll let you get set up. The DJ leaves. Let's keep an eye on this one. He sounded like he was just gonna play Creep by Radiohead on repeat. There's a cat version of... Oh my god, its name is Kipo. That's great. After some time, kids from the community start filing into the dance hall. Some of them seem to notice our signed hacks, but they don't seem to care. Most of the kids group off into tiny clusters, standing in circles and casting sideways glances at the other groups of teens. Man, I do not miss being a teenager at social functions. Oh yeah, Joseph and his wife Mary are the parents of, what are their names? Chris, Christy, Christian, and Chris? Wait, Chris, Christy, Christian, and, Chrissy? I can't remember, there's another one. Yeah, but he's like a youth minister. Hey, hey, party people! Everyone in the room turns their attention to the DJ. DJ Spin Master Quinn, coming at you with the sound that people want. We're off to a good start. This next tune goes out to all the ladies in the audience. Ladies, let me hear you say yeah. A few half-hearted yeahs echo through the crowd. Alright. There is a goth dad, but he's not a Satanist. He sighs again. Man, it's been a heavy couple days. This next one's actually just for my wife, Sandra. I hope we can work things out, my little honeysuckle vine. DJ begins playing Creep by Radiohead. Amanda sidles up to me, pizza in one hand and punch in the other. Creep, huh? Bold choice for a youth group. Let's see where he goes with this. After the song finishes, he plays Creep again. Is the DJ crying? If you watch the kids really closely, you can catch them cringe every time Tom Yorkie swears. Oh, Damien is he's a delight. There they go. Maybe we should do something about this. Joseph runs up to us. He's killing the vibe. They're listening to swears. Sad swears. We have to do something. You guys should try to give him a pep talk. Maybe work him up to Everybody Hurts by R.E.M. or at the very least No Rain by Blind Melon. You want to help us cheer him up? Actually, I just saw my friend. Federico. He's from Latin. I didn't know you were taking a Latin class. I'm not. So he's from the country Latin. Yes, it exists. Don't Google it. You can go, Amanda. It's fine. And she's gone. Joseph and I make our way to the DJ booth where Spin Master Quinn is having a quiet cry. Hey, bud. Hey, my dudes. That's party jamming. It's, not. I'm sorry, fellas. I'm just taking a moment to find my groove. I had to play the sad tunes to properly appreciate the bangers, right? That's not how DJ works. Shut up and play the hits. Play the booty bumpers. That's what Jesus would have wanted. What happens if I say play the booty bumper? Listen, buddy, this is a church function. The songs you're playing seem... they're a bit much, don't you think? It's kind of bringing everyone down. You should put on some top 40 stuff. Lift everyone's spirits. When everyone's dancing and happy, it makes the good Lord happy. Right, Joseph? The good Lord does love a song that slaps. And he's a minister, so you know he means it. Let's let Jesus take the wheel here. So you want me to play Jesus Take the Wheel? That is the opposite of what I want you to do. Hey, buddy. If it's problems we're having with... Joseph leans in close to me. What was his wife's name again? Sandra, I think? If you're having problems with Sandra, I can help you too. I do counseling. It's my job here, and I'm very good at it. Oh, I don't know. I can tell that you're hurting. Nobody voluntarily listens to that much Radiohead on repeat unless they're really going through some tough times. Trust me, I know. Yeah, Amanda is a godsend. She deserves $1 million. Joseph places a hand on Spin Master Quinn's shoulder, who immediately collapses into Joseph's embrace, crying quietly. There, bud. It's gonna be okay. Thank you. I'll put on some dance hall anthems. You're the best, Spin Master Quinn. With yet another crisis averted, Joseph and I return to the dance floor where Amanda's waiting with an ice cream cone. They have ice cream here. Ah, good work, Amanda. How's it looking out there? Well, for a dance, there's not a whole lot of dancing. Looks like people are starting to bail, though. This is a disaster. Don't be so hard on yourself. This ice cream? Top-notch. I'm sorry for dragging you into this, Rogan. You and Amanda should just go home. I'm not gonna make you stay here for the train wreck. It's not a disaster. We can still fix this. We can, I suddenly realized what we have to do. Amanda, get out of here. I don't think you're gonna want to be here for this, or be seen with me after this. Oh god, you're not gonna... I throw my car keys to Amanda. I'll get a ride back with Joseph. Just remember me as I am right now, not as what I'm about to become. Amanda nods. Nice knowing you, Pops. She runs out the door. Joseph, I'm gonna turn it up on the dance floor. With luck, we can get these youths into it as well. Are you in or out? Joseph stares at me. He knows what has to be done as much as I do. See you on the other side. See you on the other side. Joseph and I walk out into the dance floor in the middle of the room. I haven't heard much of the Doom Eternal soundtrack, but I think I remember watching other people play it and thinking, damn, this music slaps. So, it's some rockin' tunes there. I'm so good at describing music. Joseph and I walk out into the dance floor in the middle of the room. The youths all stare at us, unsure of what we're doing. Time to get our groove on. Oh yeah, bad dad dancing, here it goes. Let's start them off easy and work our way up to the more technical stuff. Sabaton? I haven't heard of that. Start with the lawnmower, roll the dice, the fucking worm. I don't know what roll the dice is. Sabaton. Hold on a second. Let me write that down on one of my little desktop sticky notes so I remember to check it out because I do like checking out new music. Oh, hell yeah. Wait, so does he do like bardcore or is it like metal bardcore? Is it pirate punk? Because I'm into all that. I pull out the classic handshake and dice throw to the music. I'm a little offbeat, which is to be expected from any dad, but I think this is a nice bass line to work from. Joseph follows along, bopping his head to the beat.
Yes.
Simple but smart, that's good. I look around. Well, it looks like we got everyone's attention. Alright, Brogan, let's turn up the heat. Shopping cart, sprinkler, running man. Do the fucking running man. Since time immemorial, this move has never let me down. I start jogging in place, matching the movements with my arms pushing out. This seems to awaken something in Joseph who feels the fire of the running man deep within him. I look around to the youths. They're getting into it. Nice work, but we'd better pick it up or they'll lose interest quick. Cabbage patch, the windmill, hammer slide. Okay, I can't remember. I don't know what any of these moves are. I do not know these moves. Oh, cool. Just a sec, I will check that later. Cabbage patch? You can never go wrong with the cabbage patch. Joseph follows my lead. We both take our arms and move them around as a circle, and as I assume you do in a cabbage patch, I look around to the youth. I think they like agriculture. They're not looking too lively yet, but we can still turn it around. Moonwalk, butter churn, attempt twerking. I don't think you should twerk. I think that might scar all of them. I like classic metal. Yeah, I like classic metal and heavy metal. I'm not much a fan of like black metal or death metal, but I like sort of the old school stuff. I start sliding my feet backwards. I can't tell if this looks good or not, but I think these kids have seen enough people doing moonwalks that they understand the general concept.
Good one.
Joseph makes a moonwalk attempt as well. Surprisingly, dude pulls it off flawlessly. I look around to the youths. They're cheering. Alright, time for the big finish. Lift Joseph up Dirty Dancing style. Death drop. Attempt an unrehearsed backflip. I will pull something if I do any of these. Yeah, Metal Gear. I've never played any of the Metal Gears. All I know is that there's one of them where the guy has, like, metal pants, and it's one of the stupidest looking things I've ever seen in my entire life. A death drop would be hilarious. Okay, should we try that, or I'll hurt both of us. Death drop. I've seen enough internet videos of this move where I really think I can nail it. On the beat drop, I kick my leg up and dramatically fall to the floor, my back landing on the ground with a shablam. All the kids immediately start screaming. They know what's up, but at what cost? I will feel this for weeks to come. My chiropractor is gonna be pissed. What was that? The future of dance. The kids swarm the dance floor. They're all laughing and dancing to the music. Looks like our job here is done. Somewhat obligingly, the kids take the dance floor and start to move around. Before long, they're starting to laugh and enjoy themselves. It was dicey, but we've done our jobs.
Wow.
The rest of the chaperones will take it from here. What?
Oh.
I have something to show you. Nano machines, son. Joseph leads me out of the main room and down various darkened corridors of the church. I can barely see anything and find myself tripping over my own feet. Joseph, I think I lost you. His hand finds mine in the darkness. I'm right here. I'm glad he can't see me blush. We keep walking. Where are we? This church is huge. We're almost there. I actually have to admit that I was a little dishonest with you. I didn't just invite you out here to help me chaperone. What happened to lying being one of the 10 things you're not supposed to do? I think there's an exception for when you're trying to surprise a friend. Joseph closes the door behind us. I guess we're in a random room in the depths of his church now. What could he possibly have planned? So, last time we talked about escaping to an island where we could live out an easy tropical lifestyle where our only worry is finding that lost shaker of salt. Since we can't actually do that, I figured I could bring a little bit of the tropics to Maple Bay. It's not quite Margaritaville, but something like it. You killed the child. Good job. This is why you're the boss. Joseph throws on the lights. Oh, welcome to the Margarita Zone. I look around as my eyes adjust to the light. It's his office, but there are twinkle lights strung across walls, little garlands of fake flowers, and 2 beach chairs set up in front of the desk. There is a blender and 2 glasses sitting on the table. Ukulele music plays softly in the background. Joseph, this is adorable. This is amazing. There's no pop tops to step on here, buddy. You did this for me? Joseph takes a seat and gestures for me to do the same. I did this for us. I think we both earned it. I settle in while Joseph pours us both margaritas. You really went all out.
Yeah.
I have a flair for the dramatic, and you can't leave the community if you don't know how to make a good margarita. I take a sip of mine. This is a killer margarita. I would follow this man. Do you think the dance is going to go okay without our sick dance moves? No, not here. You're missing the point of Margarita Zone. Margarita Zone is a place of rest and relaxation. It's a place where you can kick your feet up and forget about your worries for a while. That's adorable. Watch out for blown out flip-flops. Let's get tattoos of Mexican cuties. It's heaven on earth with an onion slice. Are these all song lyrics? I'm not well versed enough in dad rock. Ah, one of those lore-heavy series. Lovely. I love those, but very specific ones. Heaven on earth with onion slice? Oh, I think that's Cheeseburger in Paradise. Oh, whoops, I got those song lyric wrong. I'm just not realizing that I only know 2 Jimmy Buffett songs. I'm gonna have to revoke your dad card for that one. Joseph gestures to the makeshift island bar he made. You know what's funny? This reminds me so much of when I was younger. I've been meaning to ask, what did you do before you started preaching? It's uninteresting. I left home young and got into a lot of trouble. What kind of trouble? Trouble meant I got to go wherever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I hitchhiked around the country, went on adventures, met all kinds of people, did some stuff I'm not too proud of. But I was young and in love and I didn't have to answer to anybody. And now, I host fundraiser car washes and take the kids to soccer practice on the weekends. Sorry, I don't mean to get heavy here. It's okay. Seems like you spend a lot of time taking care of others, but not enough time taking care of yourself. Venom snake. Okay. Apparently, yeah, they all have stupid names. This is the only thing I know about. Apparently, one of them is named Liquid Snake or something. I don't know yet if there's a gaseous snake or a plasma snake, but I hope so, because those would be equally stupid names to add in there, and I think they would be great. Yeah, talk about it, I'm here for you. Joseph stirs deeply into the blender filled with ice and margarita mix. It's just, I think about Margaritaville a lot, or I guess the concept of it. A place where I could strum on a 6-string while I wait for the shrimp to boil, drink margaritas all the time, forget my worries. It's an easy life. I had Margaritaville once, but I think the closest I'm ever going to get back to it is Margarita Zone, a short and occasional reprieve from daily life. Is that such a bad thing? It's pretty nice. It doesn't last forever. That's the rub. When you're in Margarita Zone, it's not like your problems have really gone away. You're just choosing to ignore them. Maybe you're looking at it the wrong way. Maybe Margarita Zone is actually better than Margaritaville, because Margaritaville itself is an impossible ideal. Remember what Spin Master Quinn said? Sometimes you have to play the sad tunes to appreciate the bangers. If stepping on a pop top is your biggest concern, how could you possibly appreciate the boiling shrimp? And Margarita Zone isn't landlocked to this office. I think it's about finding the little pieces of Margarita Zone throughout your day and taking joy in those moments. No homo. They should make it yes homo, the cowards. Make them gay. That's awfully optimistic of you. It doesn't have to be anything big. For me, I think it's being able to quietly do word jumbles and drink some strong coffee in the morning. To see my daughter smile, or I smile at Joseph. To spend some quality time with a good friend. Yeah. I can feel myself leaning closer to Joseph. Is it just me, or is he leaning closer too? Joseph tenses up. He downs the rest of his margarita and hops up out of his chair. It's getting late. We should head back. Sure. Joseph and I make sure the dance wraps up without incident before he takes me back to the cul-de-sac. I love these really close together string lights. I want them all around my own room. No, they should make them canon gay. Stop being such cowards. If you're gonna have your characters kiss, make them at least bi. Come on. Give the fans what they want. I hop out of Joseph's car before he pulls onto his driveway. Thanks again for the help. Thanks again for Margarita Zone. Maybe we'll go back there one day. If we do, it'll be my own damn fault. Joseph chuckles and drives away. I walk into the living room to find Amanda curled up under a blanket and groaning on the couch. Hey, Panda, you feeling okay? Dad, I have a tummy ache. Eat too much youth group food. I drank too deeply from the well of life, and now I pay the price. Good. Headcanon, everyone in Metal Gear Solid is some kind of queer. Some form. I've never played the games, I know nothing about them. But if Kojima directed it, I mean, someone in there's gotta be a little bit gay, at least, you know, a little bit. I mean, and by well of life, I mean that big lukewarm punch bowl of seltzer, juice, and sherbet. Amanda slides to the floor with an elongated groan. Need anything, kiddo? A time machine that goes back approximately 2 hours in the past so that I can warn myself of the folly of excess. I'll pour you a glass of water. Puppy Pops. How'd the dance go? Oh, I crushed it. Got the kids on the dance floor at the expense of my dignity. A fair trade. Also, everything hurts. I'll see you in the morning, kiddo. Night, Dad. Fantastic. Family fun, gun safety, relatability, youth, salt shakers, Radiohead.
That was a great tape.
Oh, fantastic. I bet it was homoerotic as hell. I bet it made a bunch of the more insecure fans really uncomfortable. Another dreary night, another listless stroll through Maple Bay. I've been really bonding with the community at Jim and Kim's lately, so my strolls have been leading me there more and more often. Peter the man from the bank, Keith from down the street, Evelyn who I saw at the deli that one time, and the guy whose name I think is Carl are basically members of the family at this point. In fact, I heard Neil, the surly bartender, mention that tonight is Keith from down the street's birthday, and then he'd have to get that little baby a little cake for his special little day. I think he was probably just being a dick, but I head into the bar anyway. The mere possibility of cake is strong enough to lure me in. I step inside just in time to see Neil washing a cake tray with a crime scene outline of pink icing on it. I guess it really was Keith from down the street's birthday, and I missed it. I sit down and order a beer. As I sit down at the bar, I notice Mary from next door sitting in the corner of the room, drinking alone again. She must be having a rough day. She seems so weary and so sad. She's been doing this more and more often lately. A pang of guilt shoots through me. Does she know? Is this because of me and am I a homewrecker? You know what? Let's say hi to Mary. I decide to go say hello. I walk over to her booth. She doesn't look up. The seat taken? She still doesn't look up. I take a seat anyway, and she finally noticed me. You... Okay, this was maybe not the best idea. Hey! Having fun with your new best friend, Joseph. He's a great... I'm so glad. I'm happy for you two. Mary, I never accuse you of anything uncouth, Brogan. You're just having an innocent, very platonic time with my husband. A supportive friendship. You're a good friend, aren't you? Yep, a friend. That's funny. Joseph usually likes his friends to at least have a spine. Can't all be as blunt as you are, Mary. So you're an expert on my marriage now? Doesn't take an expert to see that you two are miserable. Not trying to be. Honestly, let's fucking be blunt if she wants to be blunt. Let's be frank. So what does that make you? We were miserable a long time before you started poking into our business, buddy boy. Don't come around thinking you're some kind of paragon of empathy just because you got involved where you weren't welcome. Mary takes a long sip of her drink. This was a mistake. You know, you're really not his type. I'm surprised. Mary pays her tab and strides right out of Jim and Kim's without looking back. You just get divorced. Just simply become divorced. Just get divorced. Okay, we gotta go through them all again. I know I could probably just continuously go after one of them, but the thing is I like all of these characters a lot, and I never play dating games, so... The internet's on its last legs, it's whispering its last word. Let me die. It's... What was the word I was gonna say? It wheezes. I really want to get some good quality time in with Craig. The last time we hung out, he was so busy with the kids and fending off flirty moms that I feel like we barely talked. Ever since the first time we hung out, I've been trying to get up a little early for runs. I don't think I'm going to be as embarrassing as last time. Maybe I'll even be able to catch up with him now. I type out a message to him on Dadbook. Hey man, been training on my run game recently. Ready for a round 2? Craig responds almost immediately. Dude, of course, emojis! I don't understand why I didn't just send an emoji rather than type it out. Another message pops into my inbox from Craig. Let's meet up tomorrow morning for my favorite morning activity, brunch. I type back. Brunch? What's that? You run, then you get brunch. Oh, brunch. Running and... Okay. Alright. Craig and I agreed to a time in the morning, and then I have a chance to spend the evening hanging out with Amanda. So we're doing pizza tonight. Again? Can't we do, like, a salad night? Dad, are you on a health kick? Not yet. I formed the committee to examine the possibility of being on a health kick. They haven't returned with their findings. Dad, if you go on a health kick, then I have to go on a health kick by virtue of being under the same roof as you. I don't know if I have the constitution for that. Yeah, it's ready for, yeah, I can't think of, yeah. I can't think of any wordplay that's any less stupid than gaunch. Don't worry about it. Committee's a smokescreen. Even if the policies change on paper, things will keep going the way they always have been. City politics, you know how it goes. Hot diggity dog. In that case, Amanda picks up the phone and punches a few buttons with glee. Hi, yes, can I get an extra large pizza with chicken, bacon, extra cheese, and tomatoes, and a couple of the garlic sauce cups? That's my girl. From now on, though, how about we try to limit this to 4 times a week? Amanda hangs up. Rico says hey. The food gets delivered and we plop down on the couch to eat some sa. Just be careful, running is a gateway drug. It's a slippery slope, Dad. First you go on a couple light jogs, and before you know it, you're converting the garage into a home gym and renewing your subscription to some sort of weekly kombucha delivery service. Question. Shoot. What's kombucha? Okay, so you aren't too far gone yet. I'm just giving you a hard time, Pops. I'm really happy you're running more and caring about your health. I want to keep you around for as long as possible. Thanks, kiddo. Speaking of which, I'm running with Craig tomorrow. You gonna be able to keep up with him? Hey, probably not. We laugh and eat more pizza than is probably healthy in the name of carbo loading. I call it a night early so that I'm ready for tomorrow. When I first started running in the mornings, it was pretty hellish. Now that I'm a few sessions in, it admittedly has become a little easier, despite it always ending in me dry heaving over a trash can. Is that what the runner's high is? Just dry heaving? I lace up my tennis shoes, throw on a t-shirt from a writer's summit I went to 20 years ago, and head out the door at a moderate jog. Craig is already outside with River strapped to his chest. He's dressed head to toe in color-coordinated running gear. Wow, I look like a total schlub next to this guy. Hey, bro! Morning, Craig. Are we going to be running with us? Best as you can. We're taking it to the limit, aren't we, kiddo? Go. Oh, I know what that means. Craig hands her a stuffed toy, which makes her smile ear to ear. That's Arnold the capybara. Sometimes it's the only thing that'll get her to stop crying. Oh, I've been there. Amanda had a stuffed panda that she carried around everywhere. She would have a tantrum if we even tried to wash it. It was gross. So you've been running lately? Every morning for 30 minutes. I'm basically an elite athlete by this point. Ha! Well, I'll try and keep up. So, where are we headed? I was thinking we could do a couple laps around the park. Okay, that sounds reasonable. Then we'll do some hill climbs up a slope. Yeah, I can probably handle that. We'll close it off by doing some wilderness survival hike running to increase our agility. I'm suddenly struck with overwhelming need to crawl back into bed. That sound okay to you? I usually like to throw some timed murder sprints in there, but I'll go easy on you since you're a beginner. That sounds like something I am able to physically do. Great, let's get started. Oh my god, was he serious? Craig and I finally arrive at the park. A few other lone joggers make their way around the perimeter, and River waves enthusiastically at people we pass. It's a lot more peaceful in the mornings. Aside from birds chirping and River gurgling away in the stroller, it's pretty quiet. Having been jogged around for a long time, I'm pretty sure this baby is already really resilient. Alright, good warm-up. That was the warm-up? Let's start the show. But wait. Greg reaches into his bag and tosses me a water bottle. I fumble it, but thankfully don't drop it. You gotta hydrate, bro. I take a long drink from the water bottle and feel reinvigorated. Man, I don't drink enough water. Hey. I look down and pick up Arnold, River's toy, and hand it back to her. Must have dropped this. Aw, thanks for looking out, bro. You ready? My body is collapsing on itself. Yeah, sure, we're fine. When we finally finish our however many it seemed lap around the park, I'm breathing heavily, but I can't believe I actually didn't lose Craig. He's even breathing heavily too, which makes me feel a little better. I look down at my shirt and notice that I am drenched in sweat. Huh, almost looks like a frowny face. That's one. What?
Nice.
I'm just kidding. Good hustle out there. I'm really impressed. You're way better than the last time I launched you off a treadmill. Yeah, man, you really pushed me to my limit just now. I can't believe I held on. Sometimes you just need someone there with you to push you to do your absolute best. I'm glad I could be that guy, bro. No, the baby will bench lift the crocodile over its head and throw it. Who's ready for hill climbs? Bah!
Oh.
There's my little cheerleader. Brogan, you ready? You bet. Craig takes me up to a separate portion of the park where there's a steep hill that seems to go up forever. I strain my eyes to see some other joggers at the top. What do we do now? We run up the thing. That looks like a lot. Brogan, there's two things you need to know about this hill. One, don't stop running till you get to the top. And two, Craig points to the top of the hill. That's not the top. Let's do this.
Oh.
Dude, this kid's got a spit bubble. I finally reached the top of the hill after making my way past what I originally thought was the top of the hill. Once there, I hunch over onto my knees and gasp for air. My lungs are like daggers poking my ribs. I can feel my heart in my ears. River, having a moment, please. Oh, boy. Craig looks like he's taking a beating as well. Ha, so he is human. Brogan, put your arms on your head and stretch out your elbows. It'll help you breathe better. I do as Craig says. It feels a little better, but I'm still in agony. Those are so cute. And here, Craig tosses me the water bottle again. I hydrate like my life depends on it. Thanks, dude. Phenomenal work. You feel that lightness in your head? That's the runner's high. Oh, that's it. I thought I was just, dying. Want to take it slow for a bit? I would like that very much. As we're catching our breath, River starts crying. Oh no, what's wrong, Sweepy? Do you want to play with Arnold? Craig looks around us.
Nice.
Oh boy, man down, I think we lost Arnold. River keeps wailing. I've abandoned my child. Toy. We gotta find him, dude. I think racists are babies, but I do like cars. Unless they're giant trucks, because they're usually driven by racists. We gotta find him, dude. It should be simple, right? We just gotta retrace our steps. I remember River last having it down at the bottom of the hill. Craig and I jogged down the path, searching high and low for the stuffed capybara, which Craig takes the time to explain to me is a large rodent native to South America. We get to the place where River might have dropped it, but it's still nowhere to be found. Looks like we've got a mystery on our hands. We have to get to the bottom of this. I suspect foul play. Looks like this is a prime case for world-renowned Detective Monroe. Dude, it's time for a bro adventure. A bro-venture. We high-five and decide to jog back to the park to see if we can find any leads. So it looks like there's a couple more places to check and some bros around here that we can interrogate. Sounds good. Wait, who's good cop and who's bad cop? I think about it for a second. Well, I think that with your stature and overall resilience, we would make an intimidating bad cop. But on the other hand, you do have an adorable baby strapped to your chest, so that softens the edges a bit. All valid points. I think you would make a great good cop because of your congenial attitude and willingness to try new things. But then again, I've seen how you get there when there are too many commercial breaks during a show, so you'd have the potential to be a scary bad cop. I don't want to have to watch Meat Hell in 3-minute segments with 5 minutes of commercials in between. And they're loud. The commercials are too loud. I just want to watch my shows in peace without people yelling at me about wiper fluid and stuff. Honestly, bro, okay, so I found out a while ago why commercials are so fucking loud. And, it's because they used to be louder. They used to be even louder, which is like a whole thing. And so television companies set an upper limit of like how many fucking decibels you can put into your sounds on the television. A lot of movies and shows and stuff use dynamic volume, which is where, you know, someone talking is going to be less loud than a gunshot or something. Or an explosion is going to be the loudest thing, but, you know, the background music is going to be quiet. However, in commercials, they make the audio so that every single note in the commercial is the highest it can possibly be, which is why commercials are so motherfucking loud. And I hate it. Technically, they're still within the range that they can be, or like the limit of loudness in television, but every single note is at the highest limit it can be, so everything in a commercial is as loud as an explosion in a movie. And I hate that they can do that. I think there should be a new regulation making it so that every commercial has to be like half the limit as it would be for a television show. Because I hate loud noises. Anyway. I don't want to have to watch me. Oh yeah, if you yelling at me, wiper fluid and stuff. Case in point. Let's play it moment by moment. Smart.
Nice.
So, where to, Brotective? To the playground, the field, the woods. Maybe another kid found it? We make our way over to a small playground at the edge of the park. A couple of kids play on the jungle gym while parents watch on the nearby benches. Over on one of the benches, I spot a familiar face. Oh, Joseph's over there? Let's see if he's found it. Let's see what Joseph's up to. We jog over to Joseph. He seems to be engrossed in his book. Joseph! Joseph nearly drops his book. Oh, hey guys, didn't think I'd see you two out here. Brogan, are you exercising? Sure am. You know me, I just love to run and be healthy. That's kind of my whole thing. Popular car Golf 2? You can buy a car over there for the same price as a PS5? That's fucking awesome. Wait, is that you could completely be joking me right now and I would not know. Like I'm used to new cars being absurdly expensive, and only used cars are like, if you get a used car here for like under 1,000, you're getting a pile of crap. Less than what the fuck? Is it like a little car? Because it says Golf 2, so is it like golf cart size, or is it like as I'm gonna have to look that up. I'm gonna have to look up the Golf 2 car made in the Balkans. Cause like what? Well, yeah, I guess cost of living. If cost of living isn't super expensive, then generally all the other expenses go down with it. Huh, that's really cool. Man, I wonder how much it would cost to get one of those cars shipped to the States. I wonder if getting the car shipped to the States would be less expensive than having to buy a new car here. I just let it run and be healthy. It's kind of my whole thing. What are you reading? Oh, just a book on knots and rope tying. For boats. Boat ropes. Right. Say, you didn't happen to see a stuffed capybara around here? What's a capybara?
Nice.
It's a large rodent that's native to South America. Capybaras are so cute. Oh. Well, that's cool. Just like, hey, yeah, we just have these cars laying around, so you guys can have them. I like that. Here in the US, they would probably destroy the cars because they couldn't make any money off them, because that's how it is here. Fucking capitalists. Joseph thinks for a second. Haven't seen one around. I'll tell the kids to keep an eye out. Your kids are here? Joseph looks around. They were here a second ago. Must have gone exploring around the park. Didn't know where they could have run off to. They're kids. They get into mischief sometimes, but they always come back. Hmm. Mischief, you say? Wait, am I being interrogated right now? No? Just doing our due diligence, Joseph. Arnold means a lot to Ripper here. I mean, you're more than welcome to ask Christian and Christy. I imagine they may have their ears on the ground in all the latest playground drama. They might be somewhere around the woods. Thanks, Joseph. We'll let you get back to your rope book. Boat ropes! We head back to the playground. Look for clues? Craig and I, two grown adults, walk onto the playground and begin examining it meticulously for clues. There's no forensic evidence here, and no stray capybara hairs at least. After searching fruitlessly for some time, we look up. All of the parents are staring at us. We smile and wave as we awkwardly slink away. We head back to the playground. This is a pretty nice playground. Might as well get a couple swings in. What about Arnold? Maybe having a little swing might calm Ripper down? Might buy us some more time. You're right, she's about to go nuclear. This might prepare her for the possibility of us not being able to find Arnold. Life is cruel and tough, but at least we'll always have swings. Oh, cool. Glad y'all got affordable cars at least, damn. Craig straps Ripper into the baby swing and gives her a gentle push. She giggles. I take a seat on the swing next to her and immediately realize that I'm stuck. Ripper seems to love that. Craig eventually helps me out of the swing. We decide to get back to the investigation. We head back to the playground. Move to another part of the park? Where to now, bro? The field? We wander out into the grassy field at the center of the park. There isn't a whole lot to see, but there are a few figures camped out on a blanket, and the grass could hold any number of secrets. Ah, Matt and Carmen Cedar here. Let's go to Matt and his daughter. Let's talk to Matt and his daughter. Carmen Cedar spots us from across the way and waves. She's sitting down with her dad on a sunny green patch of grass. We jog over.
Oh.
Hey, dudes! Hey, bro! We just sat down for a picnic. Want some snacks?
Oh.
Got anything to increase my glycogen reserves? We have apple slices? Thank you very much, tiny bro, but I should be fine. Guys working out? Good day for it. Yep, I'm the picture of health and athleticism. Good transition, Brogan. Say, you haven't seen a stuffed capybara around here anywhere, have you? Nice! Yeah, that sounds like a pretty damn good car to me. I mean, if it's got the seats, if you've got storage, if it rolls around, I mean, that's a good car. What's a capybara? It's a large rodent that's native to South America. Wait a second, how do you know what a capybara is? You wouldn't happen to have hands-on experience with one recently, would you? We learned about capybaras in the 4th grade. I think it's more suspicious that you know what a capybara is.
Oh.
Oh my god. What if I told her? What if I took Arnold? What if I'm the culprit and I just don't remember? I quickly checked my body for any Polaroids that might have kept on my person to remind me of who to trust and who not to trust. I saw Memento once and I'm pretty sure that's how that works. Nothing. But what if that's what I wanted myself to think? No, Brogan, don't let them win. I shake off the thought. I saw a couple of squirrels over by that tree, though. I don't know if that helps, but if you want to see some cute squirrels, you should definitely check it out.
I don't know.
Thanks for the hot squirrel tips, Carmencita. Well, we better get moving. Gotta find that capybara before River here has a breakdown. Good luck. Let me get some apples for the road, though. Carmencita hooks me up with some road slices. We're on our way. Carmencita's so cute. We maneuver back to the field. Interrogate River. Wait, let me try this. It's always the culprit you least expect. I get eye to eye with River, who still looks like she's on the verge of tears. Good cop? Hey, sweetie, believe me, nobody wants you to find your capybara more than me, but we need more clues, and I think somewhere in that baby brain of yours you might have something that'll lead us to the perp. So what do you say, kiddo? Meh. I turn to Craig. We're getting nowhere with the witness. We maneuver back to the field. Look at did the squirrel steal it? Where did the suspect say the squirrels would be again? The tree, right? Ah, there they are. Carmencita was telling the truth. These are some rad squirrels. Ripper seems happy. This may have brought us extra time. We maneuver back to the field. We carefully comb through the field of grass and flowers. I can't seem to find much besides a couple of ladybugs and a nickel. While I'm looking, Craig calls out to me from across the field. Brogan! I jog over. Craig is kneeling in the grass, inspecting something. I approach, heart in my throat. As I lean over Craig, I see it. This is Arnold's leg. I pull my hand over River's eyes. No one should have to be subjected to this senseless violence. My God, who or what would do this? We fell through it, kind of work. Man, that sucks. At least they told you about that kind of thing. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, thanks a lot, my government in the past. Sure made us look bad for the rest of time. My God, who or what would do this? I don't know, but now I think we might be dealing with something beyond our grasp. Although, like, didn't the USA sell weapons to the Nazis? Like, before we decided that it would be a better look to go against them? And also, considering our previous president, quite a lot of new Nazis around here already. And also, you know, the genocide of the natives and the 400 years of slavery. Yeah, our country is also absolute garbage, but everyone knows about that. Can't look at this anymore. I turn around, trying to wipe the image of the stuffing strewn across the playground from my mind. Running out of time. It may already be too late. Bag and tag it. Let's keep moving. Did the creepy twins take it? I've deduced where we should go next. Go to the woods? Oh no. We make our way to the outskirts of the park. There are a couple of benches by the dense tree line. Looks like Robert's here all by himself. This also seems like a perfect place to look for clues. Did his dog get it? Joseph's twins must be around here somewhere. Let's talk to Robert. Maybe Robert saw something. We walk over to Robert's bench. Hey, Rob. Don't call me that. Okay, hi, Robert. Don't call me that either. Okay, hey, buddy. What are you up to? Thinking. This is my thinking bench. I have to get a solid 2 or 3 hours of brooding in per day, filling quotas. Have you by any chance seen a small stuffed capybara around? A capybara it's a large rodent native to South America, I know. So have you seen one? A stuffed one, not a real one. That would be weird. Come on, Robert. The sooner you tell us what you know, the sooner we can let you back to brooding. Bad cop time. Robert, if you don't help us, I'm gonna put you in a headlock. Is that a threat or a promise?
Oh no.
Whoa, slow down.
Hey.
Back off. We return to the woods. Joseph twins must be around here somewhere. Craig and I searched through the outskirts of the woods, hoping to find anything that might lead us to Arnold. There are a couple of cigarettes and empty beer cans scattered around the thicket. This is probably the hot spot for edgy teens to hang out at night and say swears and stuff. But it doesn't look like there was any recent activity that might be capybara related. Yeah, I have noticed that my internet is not super stable right now. Or at least the stream itself isn't. The people up front might be using a lot of internet right now. This might be a dead end, partner bro. Return to the woods. Let's ask him if he saw the twins. Time to grill Robert again. We walk over to Robert's bench. Ah, Christ, what now? Back up. Robert, I'm gonna keep being vaguely threatening until you tell us something useful. I haven't seen any goddamn capybara, okay? Crap, I was really nailing the bad cop bit too. I thought for sure we had something. How what, bro? Joseph said his twins were around here somewhere, but I have no idea how we're supposed to find them. Oh, wait, those creepy kids. Why don't you tell me they had something to do with this? Huh, maybe I should have left the good cop, bad cop routine to the pros on TV. Yeah, Robert, bro, do you know where they are? I do. A lot of people underestimate the senses of a man who broods. I saw them lurking around here a little while ago. The Ringer? I don't even know who that is. That looks like a bad high school, like a yearbook photo. Or, you know, just an awkward high school yearbook photo. Where'd they go? Ran into the woods. I'd be careful, though. I don't trust them. Then again, I don't trust anyone. Not even you guys. Not even that baby. Brat! I take that back. You're an old soul, kiddo. Thanks for your help, Robert. The woods. I stare into the depths of the forest. Who knows what could be in there? You prepared for what we might face in here? Yes. I'm ready, partner bro. You? Nope, but if it gets Robert to stop crying, I don't care. Let's do this. We start down the path into the woods, keeping our eyes and ears peeled for any sign of Arnold. There are no squirrels or birds anywhere. The silence is unsettling. The sun can barely peek through the canopy. It's colder here. Suddenly, we hear voices. I want to do it. You got to do it last time. Greg and I come to a clearing where we find Christian and Christy kneeling over something. Stop right there. Put your tiny hands where we can see them. Christian and Christy just stare at us. You heard the guy. Put your hands up. We're kind of in the middle of something here. Yeah, can you come back later?
Oh.
What are you kids doing? Cutting stuff up. My heart is pounding. Is this the end of the line? I step closer. Can't believe what I'm seeing. A pair of safety scissors lies in the dirt, and it's Arnold. What have they done to him?
Hey.
Arnold! Goop! You heard the baby. Hand over the capybara. No fair! Finders keepers. No, not finders keepers. It's our property and you've desecrated it. Well, how can you prove it's yours? Craig holds up Arnold's severed leg. I have to look away. You two got sloppy. You left evidence behind. I think you'll find that this leg fits perfectly onto his body. Christian and Christy look at each other. They don't know what to do. How about a deal? You give us the capybara. We don't tell your dad about this. Fine. She hands over the stuffed animal. And give us those safety scissors. They're clearly no longer safe in your hands. She hands them over. I'm glad we could figure this out. Come on, partner. Craig and I start making our way out of the woods. He turns around and calls back to the twins. And tell your dad to stop letting you watch true crime shows. With the capybara back with its rightful owner, Craig and I shamble into a nearby diner, exhausted from our adventure. We find ourselves a corner booth and settle in. That was a tough case, but we cracked it. We're different now. Changed. Did we get in too deep? It's nothing a hearty brunch can't fix. My stomach rumbles. I suddenly realize how big of an appetite I worked up. Brunch. Give me brunch. I have strong philosophies on brunch. You see, the first thing you do is divide your brunches between bougie brunch, the upper class, mimosas and eggs Benedict brunch, the grimy bunch. Then give me coffee and bacon and cheesy hash browns brunch. There's a time and a place for both, and I think most of life is about figuring out which one you need more. I want the coffee and bacon cheesy hash browns brunch. That's what I want. I want the grimy brunch. So what kind of brunch dad are you, Brogan? Grimy, baby! Make it fried and oily and clean the floors with a hose and I'll be happy. A fine choice. A young waitress passes out menus as Craig situates River into a high chair. Is this your kid? You betcha. Oh, she's so cute. Hi, you. Oh, what? A kid. Middle school is going to be really tough, but if you can make it through that, you can make it through anything. The waitress walks away after winking at Craig. Seems like the most eligible dad bachelor in town. Guess so. Anyway, here's the thing about brunch. You can't do business during brunch. Brunch is a time for rest, relaxation, and restoration with those that you love. And while we're having brunch at a traditionally brunch time, the most important thing to remember is that brunch isn't a time. It's a state of mind.
Nice.
What are you, Australian? The Australians are obsessed with brunch for some reason. According to, like, a single Australian YouTuber I watch and who I trust on all matters of everything Australian. If you can't have brunch on your plate, you can always have brunch in your heart. I don't disagree with you, I just don't know if I can match your intensity. I'll open your eyes, bro, just you wait. Brunch is love, brunch is life. We order our food, and the waitress, after very blatantly hitting on Craig multiple times, eventually brings us our brunch feast. River munches on cereal right next to us, more or less managing to get it in her mouth. I gotta say, man, it's really great having you back around town to hang with. Times have been so busy with work and fitness and the kids. I just haven't had time to really go out and get to know people. With you here, it's like we're picking up where we left off. I know the feeling, man. Moving to a new place could have been really rough for me, especially with Amanda going off to college soon. You're making this a lot easier. Craig smiles at me. It feels really good to go on another bro venture with you, dude, just like the old times. For a while, I forgot about anything that was bothering me in my life, and it was just you and me and... More coffee? Oh, no thank you. So, do you, like, work out? Yeah. Mostly calisthenics, but I try to lift as part of the regimen. That's so cool. I have been looking for a workout buddy, you know? I wish I could help you out, but I'm enjoying brunch with my workout bro right now. Hello. Well, if you change your mind... The waitress slides a folded note to Craig and walks away. Craig makes a face as he reluctantly puts it in his pocket. We can't take you anywhere, can we? Bleh. It's a blessing and a curse, isn't it? Next time we hang out should be in the middle of the woods where people can't interrupt us. And also maybe in some different woods than the ones where little kids like to vivisect things. Craig laughs. Man, remember all our camping trips back in the day? Joshua Tree, Yellowstone, that was the best. I'd eat anything to do that all over again. Dude, we should do a camping weekend. Oh. I don't know, bro. I'm an adult now. I have all these adult responsibilities. I don't think I could just drop everything to go hang out in the woods for a few days, you know? Come on, dude. If we plan things, right, we can do this. Craig, don't you ever do anything for yourself? Craig stares into his coffee mug.
No.
Of course I do. Yeah, like what?
Oh.
Sometimes I'll let myself have one scoop of vanilla ice cream before bed, but only if I didn't meet my caloric intake for the day.
Oh.
Sometimes I'll let myself hit the snooze alarm, but only once. Dude, you gotta relax sometime or it's gonna kill you. Please come camping with me. It'd be so fun, bro. I guess I could get Smashley to take the kids for the weekend. I'll think about it.
Oh.
We finish our brunches and head back to the cul-de-sac. By the way, great job keeping up today. Seems like you're making a ton of progress. I'm probably gonna need a little bit of recovery time after this. Tell the girls I said hello. I will. See you, Protective. It's like some Mario and Wario stuff right there. Except they're like both evil. Wario's not even that evil. He's just like kind of creepy. I say goodbye to Craig and step inside. Got him ready for a shower, a gallon of water, and a nap. I bet Amanda's still asleep.
Oh.
I crack open her door to find her still in bed, sleepily scrolling through her phone. Morning. Afternoon, actually. Right. How was brunch? It was good. We got kind of sidetracked because we had to travel into the depths of Maple Bay's dark underbelly to find a toy, River Drop, but, you know, I actually feel pretty good. My legs give out. I find myself on the floor of the hallway. I was gonna hang out here for a while. You take your time getting up. Peter Weller actually has a PhD in history. Yeah. Oh, dang. Better than I thought.
Amazing date. Welcome. You've got dads.
Any messages? It's like, Wario's not even as annoying of a capitalist as he could be. He's not like Elon fucking Musk or Jeff Bezos or something like that. Who are basically a pair of cartoon villains in the first place based on how they act. Hold on, I have to get my tea. Also, I think everyone should pay their taxes because you live in a country that you use the services of, especially if you employ a bunch of people who use the services of it. Nah, fuck Jeff Bezos. I really hope Bezos and Musk are both on like some sort of fancy airplane someday and then it explodes in the sky and their ashes rain down into the ocean. That would be excellent. It wouldn't fix much, but it'd be really great if those guys died, because they're a bunch of really annoying people. Really, really annoying people who basically worships them. Aren't you like a kid, though? You don't have to pay taxes yet. No, there's rich people, and then there's billionaire CEOs. Rich people, I don't really care that much about. Billionaire CEOs, guillotine? Big guillotine time. Wait, did I miss a date with, Did I miss a date with Craig before? Because I thought I was on the third one for all of them, but apparently I was only on the second with him, so that's confusing. Oh, billionaire CEOs are the problem, are like the cause of most of the environmental pollution in the world. Also, they don't pay their taxes, which is actually a really big deal. Like, they make absurd amounts of money, while other people have been barely scraping by. I think Jeff Bezos' wealth went up like $13 billion or something like that during the pandemic, while a bunch of people were literally dying in the streets and getting kicked out of their apartments. because they couldn't work. Because there's this ridiculous idea we have where you don't deserve to live unless you can produce capital for someone wealthier than you. And the reason it's bad they don't pay their taxes is because, like, the taxes go back into the actual country that they're using to make money. Like, Amazon employs a huge fleet of trucks, which run on the roads that have to be upkept by taxes. And yet they pay so little in taxes that basically the actual taxpayers, the people who are like blue collar workers and stuff like that, people flipping burgers, are basically paying Amazon to make money, essentially. Like, that's what it comes down to. They're basically freeloading off the backs of millions of people because they don't feel like paying a pittance in taxes. Yeah, the IRS could be better, but also, you know, they could fucking grow a backbone and stand up to the billionaires. I'm a big old lefty Bernie Sanders fan over here. I believe people should, like, companies should be paying taxes. Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk should be paying all of the taxes. They should be paying like 80% of their profits in taxes, and people in my tax bracket shouldn't be paying anything. Matt and I have spent a lot of time together lately. After we went record shopping the first time, it sort of became a weekly tradition for us to scope out Final Fantasy VII for new releases. On quieter days, I'll go to the Coffee Spoon just to hang out with them. Yeah, I'm mostly talking about, like, in the US, where the richest people on Earth are, like, based. Yeah, other countries got, like, their own stuff going on. I can't keep track of everything. But also, companies like Amazon and other companies that, like, literally, what was I saying? There are a bunch of larger companies, some of the richest people in the world, whose companies that they own, they don't even work at, they just own them. Employ a lot of people from other countries and pay them very small amounts just because they can. TF? Team Fortress? I've been trying to get me to branch out from my usual black coffee to try new drinks, and they're always delicious. Since I've been spending so much time with Matt, Carmencita and Amanda have become really close friends. Amanda's taken Carmencita under her wing, teaching her about photography, helping her with homework, and introducing her to music that's not just boy bands. Well, she did end up taking her to one of those Scream Cry Dancing Boy concerts so that Matt wouldn't have to go, a truly heroic move. I can tell that Carmencita really loves up to her a lot, so it's great that Amanda's trying to be a good mentor. The open mic night is tonight. Amanda and I busy ourselves getting ready. I try to pick out a nicer outfit than usual and pace around the room. A bunch of really cool bands are going to be playing, and I'm excited to see them. I haven't been to a show since the first time Matt and I hung out. It's weird. Ever since Matt played piano for me that one time, I've never been able to convince him to do it again. He told me that he also plays guitar, drums, and even the trumpet. He still won't play any of them. For someone so passionate about music, it's strange that he doesn't want to actually play it. You ready to go, Pops? I can hear Amanda in the hallway as she approaches my room. Yep. I love how no matter what it says what he's wearing, he's still just wearing the egg titty shirt that I put on him. So I'm just imagining that my character has a closet full of these egg titty shirts. And, like, that's it. And the nicer ones are just like, I don't know, they have embroidered egg titties instead of printed egg titties. Okay, good night. Amanda pops her head in and looks me over. She pinches the bridge of her nose. Dad, we talked about this. What? The sandals, they're older than I am. Vintage, some would argue. I thought you threw them out. Amanda, since when did you enroll in the Passion Police Academy? I got kicked out because I was a loose cannon and didn't play by the rules. For example, you're not allowed to mix florals, but you totally can if you have a good eye for color. May the Kappa partners have a wonderful marriage. We support the gay Kappas in this house. You're out of your jurisdiction, rookie. Amanda guards the door until I pick out a better outfit. Stop.
Ugh.
Those sandals are going directly into the evidence locker. What's the...
Oh.
It's the trash. Pry these sandals from my cold dead hands. I propose a compromise. I keep the sandals, but I won't wear them tonight. Then we have this exact same argument the next time I try to pull them out.
Ugh.
I guess. Come on, Dad, we gotta go. I never seen the coffee spoons so packed. I saw familiar faces from the pop concert, all sipping on their caffeinated beverages of choice. A couple of people are setting up on stage. Oh man, I really wanted to go get coffee jelly today from a place in town that serves coffee jelly, but they weren't open. I'm hoping they're okay and they haven't had to close down or anything. I don't see Matt, but I'm sure he's busy in the back. Amanda and Carmencita find each other immediately and do their secret handshake, some complicated clapping with their hands, and then a big hug. Brogan! I turn around to see Hugo sitting at a table with none other than Damien. Fancy seeing you two here. I am, as you know, a dedicated patron of the arts. It's a bit of a tradition between Damien and I now. Matt's open mic nights always seem to bring out the best talent in town. Sometimes it gets a bit odd, even for my admittedly eclectic taste. You guys seen Matt around? Yeah, he was just helping that Pablo kid get some equipment out of his band. Whoa, Bacon Bale is playing a set?
Oh.
What? It's a witch house. Damien's ears perk. What is that? I don't know. Well, it sounds delightful. Witch house is definitely an interesting genre. Amanda says it isn't. Shame. Alright, I'm gonna go find Matt and see if he needs my help. I head to the back room of the Coffee Spoon where I find Matt going over some last-minute show details with Pablo. My dude! Pablo and I share a full-on sincere bro hug. Glad you can make it, Brogan. Wouldn't miss it for the world, man. You guys need any help? I think we're all set, actually. Pablo, can you remind me what order people are going up in? Well, you got the handsome and unforgettable Bacon Bale opening up with the set with selections from his new album, Witch Diaries, and then the Third Waves, who are all extremely attractive and could beat me up and I'd still be into it, are playing a 3-person acoustic set. We got a little bit of spoken word in there, a magic act, and then it looks like we're closing with Jonathan Jones and the Speakeasy Choir. No, absolutely not. I remember the ridiculous set that this band put on when they opened up for a pub. Sometimes when it's quiet, I can still hear the sound of an accordion being violently thrown against the wall over and over. They weren't that bad. No, you don't understand. The last time they played open mic like, they lit their bassist on fire and the fire marshal had to shut us down. They also refused to pay for their drinks. Yikes. They are not playing tonight. Well, they're outside, all 17 of them. Tell them we're full. And who's fulfilling their spot? I'll do it. Matt, you should play. Come on, Matt, you should play. No, I can't. Oh, damn it. I'm sorry. I really can't. I'll play. What are you doing? What? What would you even do? Stop talking, close your mouth. The Communist Manifesto is making a solo comeback solo show. I thought you didn't know how to play anymore. You don't know how to play anything anymore. Ska comes to you in the hour when you need it most, without fail. Stop being so desperate to please your hot friend, Brogan. Is there a keyboard around? Your unending thirst will be your ultimate downfall. Yeah, I have one right here. Then it's settled. Dude, are you sure? No, I'm not. As sure as ska is generally played with staccato notes on the upbeat. Well, as long as nothing gets set on fire, it can't possibly be worse than Jonathan Jones and the Speakeasy Choir. Matt grabs me by the shoulders and stares into my eyes. Thank you, Brogan. I owe you big time. I settle back into my seat with Amanda and watch the show start. The house is packed now, with a few people even standing outside to watch. What have I got myself into? Amanda, I may have made a mistake. Dad, if you bought a brand new pair of those sandals in hopes that I would be okay with you wearing them, I swear I agreed to pull out my ska. No, absolutely not. I had to help Matt. Dad, I love you and I support you, but we left ska behind for a reason. Look, it's either this or we're in the splash zone for a group of 20 musicians all crying at the same time for the sake of art. And I'm not being hyperbolic about the splash zone thing. They literally hand out ponchos. Somehow, this is a preferable option. I just have to play the thing. Play what thing? You don't know how to play any instruments. Just promise me you'll still love me after this. I promise. But I may have to change my last name, and I hope you'll understand. Of course. My new last name is going to be Fireblast. Amanda. Or maybe Cold Steel. Matt takes the stage to a roar of applause from the crowd. He grabs the mic and addresses us all. Thank you everyone for coming out tonight. Matt's so nervous. And I'm so nervous. I can't stop staring at his mouth, and that makes me even more nervous.
Oh.
We have a jam-packed roster of amazing local talent who you might already know, or maybe have even seen before, but would like to see again, and I'm rambling now, sorry. Oh, Matt.
Hey.
So, let me just bring on a dear friend of mine who's making his live show debut. Please welcome to the stage, Bacon Vale. The crowd cheers again, and Pablo bounds up to the stage, beaming. He sets up 2 laptops and keyboard, and launches into his set. Thank you, everyone. This one is called Witch House Never Dies, and you're next. Pablo hits the crowd with a heavy, inaccessible synth bass layered under drum samples and clips from science fiction shows played in reverse. It's maybe not the right show for this, but everyone seems to be enjoying whatever this is. At the end of the song, Pablo jumps on the mic. Thank you to all the veil wearers who came out tonight. A portion of the crowd cheers. He has a fan base already? He has a name for the fan base? This is his first live show. You can buy t-shirts out of the trunk of my car after the show. And I'd also like to thank my mom for coming out to watch me play. You're my rock, Ma! Love you, honey! Pablo plays a few more songs that are actually super fun to listen to. Wow, definitely did not see that coming, especially after Amanda's strongly worded thoughts about the genre. Once he's done, he vacates the stage and Matt jumps back up again. Big round of applause for our very own Pablo, who coincidentally works here. Yay, Pablo! And hey, next up are a group of young ladies who have been tearing up the East Coast with Riot Punk for 3 years now. Years. I meant years. Riding on my hands so much because I'm sweating. I shouldn't have told you all that I'm sweating. I'm sorry. Wow, he seems just as visibly nervous as I feel right now. Put your hands together for the third waves. Buzzcut Molly from the Final Fantasy VII takes the stage, followed by 2 girls with colorful hair and fishnet stockings. All of them are wearing combat boots, and all of them look mad about something. Their set is so energetic that it almost seems like a pit is going to open up at the coffee shop. I look over to Amanda, who is clearly enjoying the hell out of anarchic female-fronted punk rock. Dad, can I get a lip ring? Sure, if you pay for it yourself. Come on, it's no fun if it's not an act of youthful rebellion. After the third wave closes out their set, a variety of acts play to the delight and sometimes horror of the crowd. The magician tries to turn a cup of coffee into a cup of coins and ends up just spilling hot coffee all over himself and dropping the coins. As each act leaves the stage, I get more and more nervous. There's so many people here. I don't know anything about how to play the piano other than it has keys and you have to touch the keys to make sounds. Also, I almost spilled the flat white stripes on my hand. In my hand because it's trembling so much. No joke, Dad, I'm rooting for you. You're gonna knock him dead. Thanks, Banda. An improv comedy group takes the stage. They take suggestions from the crowd and end up doing a scene that was supposed to be about coffee, but instead turns into 5 minutes of dick jokes. Classic. I have a hard time laughing. My stomach is dying. It's open in knots. Ugh. Not just regular knots either, like the kind of knots you get when you throw your phone charger, headphones, and laptop charger into the same bag. Out of nowhere, Matt sits down next to me. Hey, you doing okay? Everything is great! I want to reassure him that everything is okay, but I just can't get the words out. I'm here. Alright, just making sure. I know you're gonna do great, Brogan. Matt squeezes my shoulder and jogs back up to the stage. Everybody, we're down to the last act of the night. Now this person, who is my friend, is making their return to the stage after a long hiatus. Please welcome, formally of the Communist Manifesto, Brogan Monroe. Everyone cheers as I take the stage. Damon and Hugo are staring at me in shock. Hey everybody, good to be here. Thanks for having me on. Great crowd. Oh, my name is Brogan. You can call me by my stage name. Frankie Two-Tone, 5-Iron Freddy, Thomas Kolnacki. 5-Iron Freddy, I like that one. The crowd claps politely. I sit down at the piano. That's a lot of keys. There's so many keys. Do pianos usually have this many keys? God, these lights are really bright. Someone coughs. I guess that's some good stage banter. And now, I have to play a song. This song is called Beat Me Up, Scotty. Deep breath. How hard can it be? Oh good. No matter how disastrous this is, I just have to make it through this whole song and I'll have saved the day. Here goes nothing. Okay, wait, am I gonna have to, like, DDR this?
Tickle that ivory.
Crude boys coming for you. Take warning. I'm trying to follow this. Everybody ska. I swear I'm trying. I just don't know what to do. Doing your best, deserved Annette. An attempt was made. I look up at the crowd and see a bunch of people shifting in their seats. Oh no, I'm losing them. Scott really is dead, and I killed it. Everybody ska! Everybody ska! Like a checkerboard tie-wearing angel descending from two-tone heaven, Matt walks on stage playing the guitar. We lock eyes, and he gives me a reassuring smile as he effortlessly plays the chords to the song. I look out and see the crowd go wild to Matt's appearance on stage. Everyone's bouncing around now. It fills me with renewed energy as we jump into the chorus. Beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up, Scotty, to the Scott Trek Enterprise. Matt jumps up into an improvised solo that was way better than the one Darren Springsteen wrote in high school. Brinkstead wrote in high school. We make it to the end of the song in one piece, and the crowd goes wild. I'm moist with sweat, head to toe. Ladies and gentlemen, Matt Sella. The crowd practically screams. They all start chanting Matt's name. They want to hear you play, man? Matt smiles. I think I'm ready. I seize myself from the stage and I take my seat next to Amanda as Matt cozies up to the microphone. I take back what I said about ska. That was pretty cool. I high-five Amanda and we look toward the stage. Hey, everybody. More cheers. I haven't played in front of people in a long time, but it's cool to be back. This one goes out to a good friend. Matt locks eyes with me. We both smile. Who helped me to be able to do this again. Thank you. This is an old one from Stillness of Dancing. The entire crowd excitedly jumps to their feet. Matt closes his eyes and starts playing an upbeat, intricate melody. The crowd sways to the music. Matt looks entirely at peace with a small smile on his face as he sings. After he finishes his song, the crowd insists on an encore. He ends up playing a few more tunes to the adoring audience, thanking everyone for coming out. The moment he steps off stage, he gets mobbed by people. Everyone seems to be amazed that he's playing again. Damien and Hugo thread their way through the crowd to talk to me. That was amazing! It was certainly a sight. Do they make industrial darkwave ska? I'm not too sure that genre exists, but it's never too late to start a band, apparently. I glance back over at Matt, who's hugging a bunch of people. They really seem excited to see him play. Well, yeah, he hasn't played since he lost Rosa. What?
Hey.
I didn't realize. It suddenly all makes sense why Matt was so reluctant to play. It must have taken him so much for him to jump on stage with me just now. The crowd slowly filters out into the street as the show ends. I decide to stick around a little longer to see if I can talk to Matt. Hey, I'm taking Carmen C to get ice cream. Is it okay if she sleeps over? We're gonna paint our nails and start a punk band. Yeah, go have fun. Just please don't wake up the neighbors with any biting truths about the government or whatever. Don't worry, we'll wake them up figuratively instead. Amanda and Carmen C bump fists and head out. I spot Matt finishing up conversations with a couple stragglers on their way out of the coffee shop. Hey, Matt. Hey, dude. Need help closing up? I love that. Aw. Matt and I stack up chairs and sweep the floor in silence. We carry the stage equipment back to Matt's van, where we see Pablo selling merch to a crowd of people out of his trunk. Shirts of the finest quality, every step of production from thread to stitch, overseen by yours truly. Graphic design fit for a king. That kid's gonna go far. We head back into the coffee spoon, and Matt puts the finishing touches on closing. While we're all done, Matt and I lean up against the counter. Thanks for saving me from myself up there. All in all, it ended up being pretty cute. Plus, you protected us from Jonathan Jones and the Speakeasy Choir. Someone told me that they tried to do a street performance down the road, and they all got arrested for trying to form a human pyramid in traffic. Did it feel good to be on stage again? Yeah, it really did. I heard that you stopped playing after your wife died. I didn't realize it had been that long. Yeah. Matt looks like he wants to say something, but is having a hard time getting it out. He takes a deep breath. I'm not really a people person, obviously. Crowds make me nervous as all hell, which is not exactly the best for performing live music.
Man.
But when I was with Rosa, she lit up the room. I could follow her lead. After she passed, I was lost. Even touching a guitar hurt too much. Tried playing for people over and over, but the music would never come out, so I just gave up. Guess what I'm trying to say is, life wasn't this scary when I had someone in my corner, someone I felt safe with. And it felt like that for a long time. Until tonight. What changed?
Hey, dude.
You. Blood rushes to my face. When I saw you looking so scared on stage, you reminded me of myself, and I don't want anyone else to have to feel that bad.
Hey.
When I got up there and started playing for the first time in forever, I felt comfortable. I was having fun. I had spent all this time being so afraid of performing that I forgot how much I loved it. Your strength gave me strength. Whether you were trying to or not, you got me out of my comfort zone, so thank you.
Oh.
Thank you for helping me realize that I can do this. I'm glad I could help. You coming on stage, I didn't think you would stick your neck out for me like that, especially considering all this. That really meant a lot to me. Well, you mean a lot to me. Aw, Matt and I lock eyes. He leans in and kisses me, quick and soft. He pulls away and covers his mouth. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Sorry, I can't believe I just did that. Neither can I, but
Hey.
glad he did. Our lips touch again. I brush his hair out of the way and rest my hand on the small of his back. Aw. Matt pulls me closer. Everything about him is sweet and soft. His lips taste like vanilla. He smells like coffee cake. I can feel him smile through the kiss, which makes me smile. He laughs into my mouth, and I can't help but laugh too, our teeth knocking against each other. Ow. And the moment I open my eyes, I realize we're still leaning against the espresso machine. Maybe the coffee shop isn't the right place for this. Maybe you're right. Let's go back to my place. Number 56, go ask your mother. Aw.
Yeah,
A
man, that was
B.
some great stuff.
I did not do very well there. Well, as well as I could have done. Call someone if you're thinking about them. They probably want to hear from you. Oh, think I have everything finally set up. Amanda should be here any minute now. I think that's her car in the driveway. Okay, gotta act natural. Be cool, Brogan. Be troll. Amanda walks through the door with a suspicious look on her face. Hey, Dad. Off to a good start. Something fishy? Rats. What? No! I had a crab cake sandwich for lunch. That's probably it. You're allergic to shellfish. Oh. Oh no. I forgot. Again. Dad. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be sick. What have I done? I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise for you. Yeah, I can tell. You're very bad at lying. Amanda, my dear, would you care to join me in the kitchen? Father, it would fill my heart with glee. I lead Amanda over to the kitchen table where a present lies covered under a tablecloth. It's nothing special, but I wanted to get you a little something. You graduated high school last week, and I know you told me not to make a big deal out of it, but... Ah, Dad, you... I dramatically whip the cloth off the table. Amanda's jaw drops. No way! I figure you probably won't be able to get cable in the dorm, so I thought it'd be nice to take a piece of poem with you. A BD box set of Longhorns Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers. This is all 19 seasons. And bonus material, including commentary with actual ghosts featured on the show. Dad, I love this, thank you. She gives me a big hug. I'm glad you like it. Hey, you want to hang out with me in the backyard for a bit? Toss the old pigskin or something? Totally! I follow Amanda to the back door. Whoop! All of the dads emerge. You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten my entire mission in life is to make a big deal out of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party. Surprise! Dad, everyone's here! Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you. Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is. Fully customizable down to the type of mac. Oh, did I accidentally finish the game? Cool, okay, I guess Brogan and Matt are boyfriends now. That's beautiful. And there's an ice cream cake, the good kind with the crunchies in the middle. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Just go have fun with your pals, alright? I'm so proud of you, Amanda. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. Brogan, my dude. Pablo, how's the shirt business going? My butt, I got men's shirts, I got women's shirts, I got tank tops in a variety of sizes, shapes, and colors. Each one of them fine quality, screen printed with the logo and visage of world-renowned witch house outfit Bacon Bale. Purchasable at most respectable retailers. But more specifically, one in the trunk of my car. I'm also selling my mom's world-famous apple butter. Homemade apple butter. Never stop hustling, Pablo. Baby, you got it. Brogan! Brian, you made it! Haha, I don't pass up on good Mac. What do you think of the party? That's not bad. Just not bad. Yeah, not bad. Don't let him bait you, don't let him bait you. Thank you for the lovely compliment. Ah, sure thing, pal. Say, let me know if you ever want to head out on the lake. I'd be happy to pull you out of the drink again. Deep breaths. Daisy trots up. Hi, Amanda's dad. Hey, Brian's daughter. See how that feels? This is a really great party. Thanks so much for inviting us. You're very welcome, tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over. Hey, bro. This is a real rager, taking our older age into consideration. I'm trying to be in bed at a reasonable hour tonight. Don't let me get too wild. Don't worry, dude. I'll keep an eye on your fruit punch intake. You know, I'm really glad we're bros again. Me too, dude. Briar and Hazel peek out behind Craig. Hi, little ones. Hello. Hiya. Thank you for all that ice cream cake. Wait, girls, how much of that did you eat? Briar ate 4 pieces. Ask any witness. No, I didn't. Hazel ate 4 pieces and wants to pin it on me because we look alike. I have your face. Nobody else will believe you. Oh boy. I'll let you guys figure this out. Good seeing you, Craig. Let's hang soon, yeah? Totally. Tell Amanda congrats for us. Looks like you settled into this neighborhood quite nicely. Yep, couldn't ask for a better cul-de-sac. Well, I'm glad. Hopefully we'll see you at more church events. We got a big schedule planned for the rest of the year. I'm sure the kids would love to see your dance moves again. Sure thing, Joseph. And maybe if you aren't doing anything later, we could hang out sometime. Sure, Joseph, that'd be great. Well, see you later. Hugo comes up to me with a plate of mac and cheese. The perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, Brogan. Thanks, Hugo. I learned from the best. I've got a pocket full of gift cards that say you already know a thing or two. Let's get together for a trivia night again sometime soon, huh? You know it. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda going to her dream school. I'm glad she got it turned around for finals. Me too. That scholarship money will really help. Amanda walks by and pretends not to see Hugo. Amanda, come say hi to your old teacher. Hey! Congratulations on graduating. I know you're gonna do great things at art school. Haha, yeah, thanks. Amanda starts to back away. Wait, I just realized that you're not my teacher anymore, so I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me. You're right. Go forth, adults. I can no longer give you detention. Yeah, I'm gonna break anything I want. There's nothing you can do about it. Are you still mad about that time I gave you detention for breaking my globe? No. And I'll have you know that the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place, so she'll fit into college just fine. Hey, Robert, glad you could make it. Yep. Robert takes a sip of his drink. Why is he being so cold to me? Everything okay? Sure. Why don't you talk to me? I thought we had something? Come on, Brogan, you know what this was. You were an object to me the same way I thought it was an object to you. I figured we were on the same page here, at least from now, and at least from how you were acting. But I don't want to be in this if there are feelings involved. I got too much to deal with as it is. I'll catch you around. What a splendid garden party. My deepest thanks for extending an invitation to my son and I. This icebox cake is divine. Icebox cake? Yeah, thanks, dude. Good cake. I stare at Lucian. He knows. I know. But I'm a man of my word. The story of his oregano betrayal will go unsung. Thanks for coming by. I spot Amanda and Carmencita in a corner of the party. I wonder what they're up to. As I walk up, I can tell they're already deep in conversation. Listen, it's like prison rules. First day of high school, you gotta establish yourself at the top of the pecking order. Really? No, just find a group of people that you like and then hang out with them. Be yourself. Don't worry about being cool. You'll find friends. And try not to kiss anyone who also has braces. You get stuck, kiddo. Hey, guys. Hey, Amanda's dad. Carmencita here, getting ready for high school. Got any advice? When you join band, pick the easiest instrument to carry. I'm still walking a little sideways from my sousaphone days. Flute it is. Alright, I'll leave you guys to it. Carmencita, me and Amanda still on for dinner with you and your pops tomorrow? Yes, we're already planning a carrot cake for you guys. I better keep making rounds. I'll leave the two to keep conspiring. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat next to Matt. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their fill. Seems like Amanda really enjoyed this. Thanks for putting together such a nice surprise. Carmencita's middle school graduation is coming up in a year or two. I'm sure for the right fee, I could put something together. Only if I get to DJ. Matt looks down at his hands. He does that whenever he's trying to figure out the right words to say. I think I had an idea about where this was going, but I don't know anymore. I like you a lot, Brogan, but I don't think it's more than just as a friend. I get that, man. You're cool as hell, and I'm down to keep us as friends. Matt looks up at me. I appreciate that. So, I'm still welcome at the coffee spoon? Buddy, you'd be the guest of honor. Aw, the last guests begin to make their way out of the party. Amanda wanders over and sits down next to me. Killer party, Pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I also have something for you. For me, why? Not to be completely genuine about my feelings for once or anything, but growing up wasn't easy, but it could have been a lot harder if it wasn't for you. Yeah, like you actually got a very supportive father. Congratulations, kid. Dad, you've been there for me through everything. There's been times in my life where you were my only friend. I was really scared of going to college and moving so far away from you, but I realized that everything you've done for me has been to prepare me for this, and I'm ready. I wouldn't be who I am today without you. Don't cry, don't cry. I swear to God, Brogan, if you cry again. You're the best, Dad. I love you. Dad, I'm crying. Anyway, that was enough emotional vulnerability for one day. Present time. Amanda hugs me with a tiny hands me a tiny wrap package. Give me a second. I tear the wrapping off to find a framed picture of me and Amanda. It's us. Kinda shocking they're all photo albums or just picture of me, huh? I figured we need at least one together before I leave. Amanda, thank you. Watching you grow up has been the happiest experience of my life. You're such a talented, intelligent young woman, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds for you. Knock 'em dead, kid. Always do. Amanda and I share a hug. This is only the beginning, Pops. Plenty more memories for us down the road. Memories to make and stuff to break, right? Oh, I'm gonna break so much stuff, intentionally and unintentionally. You're probably gonna have to pay for most of it. It would be my honor. Amanda and I wave bye to the partygoers as they leave. We sit together and watch the sun slowly dip below the horizon. I'm glad you made some friends. Yeah. I know that's maybe not what you were looking for, but these people care about you. I love you, Dad. We'll always have each other. You're right. It's gonna be hard at first, but this is the next chapter in our story. I would be nervous about it, but I know that you're always gonna be looking out for me the same way I'll always be looking out for you. T. Monroe. T. Monroe. Okay, I definitely want to go back to a previous save and go through all the last dates. Created by Leighton Gray and Vernon Shaw. Director, lead designer, Tyler Day Hutchison. Executive producers, Aaron Hansen, Brent Lilly. Narrative designer, Jory Griffiths. UI designer and developer, Greg Baffa. Technical designer, Eric Itamura. Voice credits, Amanda, Erika Ishii, I can't read all of these. Written by Leighton Gray and Vernon Shaw. Additional writer, Tyler J. Hutchison, Jory Griffiths, Jared Rosen. Story consultation, Felix Kramer, Will Weisenfeld, Juliana James. Art director, Leighton Gray. Really great art in this game. Oh, well, the background artist. The pinup artist. Is that like, do we get pinups of the dads in the gallery? Because there's a gallery in the menu. Penguin minigame, the dad battle minigame. Wait, did I do that one? The radio minigame? I think I missed a couple of these. Whittling, skee ball, golf, fishing. Okay, I definitely missed some of these. The concert minigame was really cute. The gargoyle minigame, running minigame. Okay, I definitely did not do some of those minigames. Name Daddy, DBP. This is not DBG by Pup. Ballad of a Fallen Dad, Daughter Brag Battle Theme, Audio Assistant. Probably shouldn't be drinking something with milk in it when I'm trying to talk a lot, but it's really good. and all of our dads. You're the best, Bob. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, let's... Okay, epilogue. Oh, there's so many epilogues. Alright, I want to see all of the endings.
Welcome. You've got
Okay, so I missed a Craig apparently. Or was I just... Okay, yeah, I got 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. 2 here. Somehow I missed a Craig along the way. I think it's fucking excellent how Damien gave us a monogrammed handkerchief. Okay, so I need to go in order and get all the final dates. I'm trying to eat some delicious food that I got earlier. I got back just in time for my usual streaming time. It's still pretty warm though, because it's been heckin' hot today. It is a delicious curry with a big ol' pile of rice and 2 potato croquettes with pickled radish. It took some time for our schedules to line up, but I was finally able to find a weekend where Craig and I could go camping. He always stays so busy with work. Can I stop burping for a second? With work and the kids, but it's good to know that we'll just be able to spend some time relaxing together in nature. Since our first run, I managed to go on regular runs with Craig. I mostly do them because it seems like the only time we get to hang out. The added benefit is that I've seen a lot of improvement in my health. I was able to sift through the attic and find my old camping gear from college. Craig put me in charge of bringing the sleeping bags in the tent while he takes care of the food, so I double-checked to make sure everything is ready to go. Craig should be here any minute now. Amanda's going to be spending this weekend on a school trip to our nation's capital. She hasn't been away from home without me for longer than a day since she was 14. I hope she isn't feeling as nervous about it as I am. Hey, Amanda Panda. Amanda's in the middle of sitting on top of her luggage in order to get it to finally zip. Hey, Pops. Ready for your trip? Once I get this bad boy all zipped up, I'm good to go. How much did you pack? This seems like a lot for 2 days. I was all of my camera equipment, lenses, tripod, flash, all that. Are you gonna have time to take pictures? I'll find a way. I need to get some good shots for my series on national monuments. Oh, what's the series about? It's one of those internet series where I reimagine Disney princesses as founding fathers. What? I'm kidding. Nobody likes those. I'm taking portraits of my friends. Oh, well, I'm gonna be in the woods, out there in nature, you know, roughing it, just me and Mother Nature. The old Madre de trees. Arbolists? Are you gonna be alright on your own? I'm not gonna have any signal out there. I won't be able to text or call you at all. Oh, it's alright. I'll be able to survive a couple of days without constant updates on who just got voted off International Haunted House Hunters. Well, I'll miss you. And for the record, Bradley was pushed down a flight of ornate stairs by a ghost. They were really beautiful stairs. Amanda finishes zipping up the big suitcase and lugs it next to the door of her bedroom. She turns around and gives me a big hug. Relax, Dad, Tron. I'm a big kid now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I gotta share a room with Monica Sanders and the 2 mom chaperones. The most trouble I could possibly get into is falling asleep with a tub of ice cream on me. Oh, well, alright. Don't steal anything, okay? Since you asked nicely, fine. Promise. I step outside, hauling my bags behind me. Craig's already strapped some camping gear on top of my modest but stylish car. He notices me carrying equipment and hurries over to take it from me. I got it. I angle away from him, doing my best dance moves to get past him into the car. Remember, it's your weekend to relax. Take it easy. I guess I can't argue with that. Everything good with Amanda? Yep, on her way to a school trip to Washington, D.C. What about your offspring? Already a smash lease for the weekend. I'm ready to get my camp on. I load the rest of my stuff into Craig's car and we get in. Oh no! What's wrong? I think I left my juicer plugged in. We gotta go back. Are you worried that someone's gonna break into your house and cold press some carrots? No, it's just, Just try to relax, man. Let the juicer float away. Take all of your worries and blend them into pulpy good vibes. Craig takes a deep breath. Do we have anything to listen to? I'll head at my place is a series of CDs that guide you through a thorough and intense calisthenics workout. Do you want to listen to those? I'm just kidding. Greg hands me a thick case filled with CDs. Take your pick. I thumb through page after page of kids sing-along CDs. Oh yeah, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star takes me back. Keep going. I get to the end of the case to find, in the very last slot, a blank CD with Craig's handwriting on it. DJ Kegstand's Megamix Volume 1. Made it just for the trip. I think you'll like it. I pop the CD into the car stereo, and it's like I'm immediately transported into our old dorm room. Hit after hit plays, and soon we're both happily singing the lyrics to each song as we fly down the highway. This song was Carl's favorite. Carl, the third roommate. He brought that dog home one night, and I couldn't pry you two apart. So we spent an entire semester fabricating a story about our foreign exchange student roommate who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. And then we had a room inspection. The RA was so suspicious of us, but could never prove anything. And Carl was just under a blanket. Bless that pup's courage under fire. Man, we did some dumb things back in college. The hours fly by as we belt out tunes in whatever non-existent key our voices register in. Soon enough, we're surrounded by lush trees and spectacular vistas of everything amazing that nature has to offer. Feels good to be back out here. Real good. We park our car at the entrance to a familiar trail and load up our gear on our backs. I'm thankful that I've been working on my health over the past couple of weeks, otherwise I'd be dreading all the hiking that's about to happen. Craig looks intensely at his phone. Everything alright? Yep, just had to fire up one last work email. Craig pockets the phone and we start off the trail. It's relatively easy, but I know I would have been huffing and puffing at this rate if it weren't for all the murder sprints. I look around me and take in the tall trees and animal chirps. Everything okay back there? There's no reception out here. Oh yeah, being out in the middle of nowhere will do that. I recognize the look of anxiety on Craig's face. What if there's a problem? There won't be. You trained for this. Look, Craig, y'all know that if you really wanted, you could flex your calf muscles and fly out of here like a rocket ship all the way back to Maple Bay. You're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. This is our weekend. We keep on marching down the trail, but it seems like Craig is still worried. After a bit, he stops in his tracks. Maybe we should go back. We could find another campground that gets good cell phone reception. Craig, seriously, what's wrong? I mean, I'm just really nervous. My dad instinct is kicking in, and my mind keeps conjuring up all the worst-case scenarios. What if something happens to the girls? I don't have the signal. I have no way of knowing. Let me tell you, that feeling never goes away, no matter how old your kids are. You just gotta remind yourself that they're in good hands. Craig doesn't say anything. I give him a reassuring punch on the shoulder. Try to remember why we came out here. The plan was to get away from it all and just focus on ourselves for this little trip. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. Craig looks me directly in the eyes. No distractions, no cell phone service, just two dads relaxing out in the woods. We're gonna have some fun this weekend. Craig and I get back to marching. It's not too long of a hike before we get to the campsite. We're both glad to see that we're the only people there. I can't believe you still have this tent. Found it in my attic and already checked it for holes. It's seen better days, sure, but I think we'll be able to survive. I dump the bag of fabric and poles onto the ground. We unfold the tent in the desired spot. I hand Craig the stakes. Still know how to do this, right? Of course we do. We do not. After 20 minutes of struggling like people in a bad infomercial, we somehow managed to build an upright structure that closely resembles what a tent would look like if you asked somebody to draw a picture of one with their eyes shut. I wouldn't put this up against a storm, but I think we'll be able to survive the night. We set out a couple of chairs and our cooking equipment, admiring our handiwork. Bro, look at us go! Look upon the kingdom we have built. Upon this rock we shall grill our meats and drink our brews, for we hold dominion over this land. Barely. And, look at our camping chairs, which we're going to sit on. So what's next at the camp extravaganza docket? Well, now that we have a shelter settled, I think it's time for us to do some exploring. There's a waterfall a little up the way that I'm sure we could hike to. Let's get hiking. Craig and I venture into the woods. We amble along, taking our time to chat and admire the wildlife. Craig reaches out an arm and stops me. Dude, does that look like what I think it looks like? I look over at where he's pointing. Oh my god, it does. That tree looks like a butt. The butt tree. I can't get over how detailed it is. I examine the butt tree further. The contour is perfect. It even has back dimples. I thought we were going to have a great time camping, but this makes it even better. Craig holds back a snicker. I aspire to have every hike be as good as this one. I'm snickering now, too. Let us analyze this tree further. Craig and I share a huge belly laugh at our awful jokes. The best thing about this is that there's no daughters here to tell us our jokes are bad. We high-five. Craig and I hit the trail again. It's been a long time since we've been out here, but everything seems more or less familiar. We point out old landmarks that we remember from back in our college days. I think we're getting close now. Check it out. There's a clearing up ahead. As we get closer, I can hear water running. All pretty. Cresting over a hill, Craig and I are greeted by a wide clearing surrounded by trees. In front of us is a beautiful waterfall splitting into a large body of water that runs into a river. Mouths agape with the genuine beauty of the place we get to investigate. The old waterfall.
Nice.
It's gorgeous. Nature is so rad. Peering further, we get an idea of how deep the pool is. Think we could jump off it like in the old days? Ha, this old dad is happy here on dry land. Looks like you could climb right up over there. We didn't even bring swimming trunks. What are you talking about? Craig immediately begins taking his clothes off. Look at Craig's butt. Don't look it. Do it. I can't help but sneak a peek. That's a good butt. Craig turns around suddenly. He catches me looking. I do a lot of glute workouts. I immediately turn away, blushing. You coming or what? Oh, I don't know about this dude. He's already making his way over to the waterfall by the time I finish my sentence. When he realizes I'm not right behind him, he turns around and rolls his eyes. We lived together for years, and I've seen your ass more times than I can count. It's no big deal. You got it, Chief. I take my shirt off and drop it in a pile of Craig's clothes. I put the rest of my clothes on the ground, feeling exposed. Craig and I climb up to the top of the waterfall, making sure not to slip on any wet rocks. He reaches the peak before I do and offers me a hand getting up. At the top, we look over the cliff and into the tiny lake. It seems much higher up from this perspective. Craig has always been a daredevil. He pulled some stunts in college, and I'm honestly still shocked he survived. I was always the one standing on the sidelines, watching and hope I wouldn't be bringing him home in a gurney. Man, this could be dangerous. Craig looks at me in the eyes.
Nice.
Don't think, just jump. Craig cannonballs off the waterfall and into the lake, creating a huge splash. I'm worried for a moment before he finally resurfaces from under the water. Woo! He shreds water and looks up at me. You coming or what? Don't think, just jump. Are we supposed to just not think? I'm pretty sure this is not physically possible. My toes grip the edge of the rock. The water looks so far away. Don't think, just... I run off the edge, trying to do my best cannonball. Somewhere in the middle, it turns into a really graceful belly flop. I hit the water with a loud slap. I resurface to find Craig giggling. I rate that belly flop a solid 8 out of 10. Your form was lacking, but your heart was in the right place. I playfully splash water at Craig. Are you sure about that? Water fight? I splash him again. You give me no choice. Craig splashes me in the face with a huge wave of water. You've awakened the beast. He launches another wave of water at me. Don't you put me in a corner here. Don't put a wild animal in the corner. Squirt water at me with your hands. Hammer. What is that? Is that where you, Okay, you bring both your fists down and splash the water. With the force of thunder, I bring my fist down into the water, creating a tidal wave that drenches Craig. Good one. I think I can do better. Craig answers back with his own tidal wave. It's big enough to launch me back. He's so strong. Craig, truce, please. Craig thinks about it. Yeah, sure. We shake hands. There is peace. Man, that jump was such an adrenaline rush. Not so scary now, huh? Race to the top. We run all the way back up the slip rocks and cannonball off the waterfall again. What a rush. Good form on that one. Want to go again? Yes. With the same energy we had in our youth, we climb back up to the top of the waterfall. I'm brave enough to try a flip, which I'm sure looks incredibly graceful as I belly flop into the water. Oh man, this is fun. Got one more in you? I live for danger. It takes us a little more time, but we get to the waterfall and boast to our best running jumps into the water below. Alright, I think that's my limit. We should get going back before it gets too dark. Yeah, you're right. We should probably head back. We go to put our clothes back on and notice that they're soaking wet. Maybe a splash fight wasn't the best idea. It's okay. We'll get a fire going in no time. We can dry off and get some dinner going. Sopping wet, we hike back to the camp and unpack everything we need for dinner. Craig pulls out a couple of steaks and some chopped potatoes in tinfoil. You ready for a feast? Hey man, take a seat. The Craig train is pulling aside to the relaxation station and I'm your conductor. Let me cook for you. Absolutely not. Cooking is the thing that relaxes me the most. I'll take it from here. Craig cooks now? I remember how his entire sophomore year diet consisted of microwavable mac and cheese, but not microwaved, and have trouble believing the thing he just said. At least let me start the fire. Sure, let me just grab my matches. Craig reaches into his backpack. He rummages around in his bag, pulling things out, checking every pocket. Uh-oh. I know I packed it. Craig checks another bag and still can't find it. My stomach rumbles. Now I'm more acutely aware of how cold and wet I am. We really need to get a fire started. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. Gosh, I'm so stupid. I could have sworn I packed it. I'm sorry, dude. Don't be. We can figure this out. We can start a fire. We're smart guys. I mean, how hard could it be? We watch plenty of survival programs on TV. If a naked reality TV star can do it, so can we. We'll need some wood. I gestured to the trees around us.
Man.
There's no shortage of that. And some tinder. We can make that work. And then I need some ancient aliens that are supposed to come by and give us advanced technology or renovate our house. Depends on the show. Craig and I gather a variety of wood, bark, and moss until we have all the materials that could, conceptually, make a passable looking campfire.
Oh.
Just add fire, right? That's the fun part. The sun is just now setting and a cool breeze rustles the leaves of the trees around us. We have to work quick. I've done this in the past and I know I can figure it out. Just give me a second. Any way I can help? Give me some moral support. Lift my spirits and we'll make this fire happen. You can do it. Never knew a better Greg. Go overboard with compliments. In all my days, I can confidently say that I have never known a Craig to be a better friend, father, or fire maker. Aww. Actually, now that I think about it, I knew a guy named Craig in high school who ended up getting a job as a professional pyrotechnics operator, and I suppose he must have been pretty good at starting a fire, but I bet you're even better than that guy. Bro. Oh, Eventually, Craig is miraculously able to get something going. He blows on the embers and gently places the glowing moss into the base of the pit. Soon we have a nice little fire going. Way to go, man! We're regular old outdoorsy fellas. Hooray for not dying. I take a seat in one of the lawn chairs Craig brought and cozy up to the fire, warming my hands. Relax, man. Take it easy. Let me handle the dinner. I watch as Craig stokes the fire and he sets up a makeshift grill for the steaks. After all that hiking and swimming and fire starting, I'm able to relax a bit. With the sound of crickets and the scent of steak filling the air, I actually feel pretty calm. Craig expertly sears 2 steaks in a pan he'd been heating up on the fire, cracking thyme and crushed ginger over it while basting them both in butter. Wow, I didn't know he was actually good at cooking. The fanciest I ever saw him get in college was when he started sprinkling the seasoning packet onto dry ramen and eating it straight up. When did this happen? Used to eat cereal every morning with beer instead of milk. I grew up, I guess. I think these are just about ready. Craig puts the steaks onto a paper plate and sets them aside. I start to reach for one, but Craig smacks my hand away. Dude, let them rest. It'll be more flavorful that way. I patiently return to my seat, eyeing the steaks longingly from a distance. They smell incredible. Craig prepares a side salad for us in the meantime, sprinkling feta cheese onto freshly chopped greens. He places it next to a generous pile of roasted potatoes covered in olive oil and rosemary. Once it's all ready, we sit down by the fire and dig in. Everything tastes okay? I'm in heaven. That's what I like to hear. Remember how for an entire semester we would eat burritos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? It's so hard to not go back to that. Look at you now, man. You have kids, a great job, and now you cook like a vengeful wizard whose arch nemesis is microwavable food. I'm really impressed with how much you've got in your life together. Craig laughs, but there's no humor in it. I'm glad you think that. I glance at Craig while he picks at his salad. He really grew out of his baby face, but there's something about his expression that makes him seem so much older than he is, a sense of maturity he didn't have in college. He looks exhausted. You okay?
I don't know.
Yeah. Come on, dude. I've known you for long enough to see when you're down.
Oh, man.
I'm tired, bro. I think being out here is making me realize just how drained I feel. You work really hard, Craig. It can't be easy.
Oh.
I have to. For my girls. I volunteer at their school. I cook healthy meals for them. I do everything I can to make sure they're safe and happy. When they're with their mom, I'm always working overtime so I can support them. And then you work out a lot so you can crush anyone who stands in their way. That, and I don't want to fall into my old habits. I need to set a good example for my girls. Everything I do is for them, and I wouldn't have it any other way. It seems like it's bleeding and dry. If that's what it takes to raise them, well, then it's worth it. Craig, buddy, I know where you're coming from here, but you gotta take care of yourself, too.
Dude.
I do, though. I eat right and exercise, and that's not what I mean. You're too little butter on too much toast, you know?
Hey.
What? You're spreading yourself too thin. Life needs balance. It's great that you cared this much about your kids, but you can't neglect your own needs because you're too busy taking care of everyone else's. You matter too. It just, I know I can provide for my family, and if I take a step back and look at everything objectively, I know I'm doing right by them. But I can't explain it, man. There's always that voice in the back of my head telling me that I need to do more. It's like it's never enough for me. Every time I try to relax, that voice keeps telling me I don't deserve it. To be honest, I even feel guilty about being out here. Craig, you're trying your best and doing an amazing job. That's a fact. But even if you weren't, you would still deserve happiness. Do I, though? Yeah? Hell yeah, bro. I look at Craig and think about what a good friend and even better father he is. He's compassionate, he's hardworking, he's relentlessly positive, he encourages everyone to be the best version of themselves. Makes me want to be a better person. If you can only see yourself in the way I see you. Craig beams. He gets up and walks over to supplies. Come on, I brought dessert. Oh, you're gonna use a campfire to torch the tops of some creme brulee? What? I know little to nothing about cooking. Craig pulls out marshmallows. Well, you still know how to make s'mores, right? I think the more important question is, do you know how to make s'mores? I recall you used to just completely blacken the marshmallows. Oh, I stand by that. It's charred on the outside, but gooey center is preserved. Brutish. Craig throws a marshmallow at me, and I catch it in my mouth. Pro move. We used to be able to do that at a great distance against a wind disadvantage. Give me a week of practice and I'll be competitive again. Craig and I sit in the warm glow of the campfire watching embers float up toward the sky. Stars are so much brighter out here. Yeah, I miss this, Brogan. Me too. We stay here until it gets late, half remembering stories from college. We watch as the fire dies and eventually clamber into the tent. We crawl into the tent and I unfurl my sleeping bag. Wait, where's the other sleeping bag? Oh my god, is there only one sleeping bag? I look around for a second. Oh no, I must have left it at home. Oh, it's all yours, dude. I'm sorry. I'll just curl up over here. No way, here. Craig unzips the sleeping bag and spreads it out so there's enough room to both of us to lay on top of it. Night, bro. Good night, bro. I roll over and we face away from each other. Without a blanket, it's really cold. I shiver, and without realizing it, I find myself nestling closer to Craig. I'm sure he won't mind. He turns over and I can feel his breath on my neck. It's hard to focus on anything else. I turn over, trying to get more comfortable. I open my eyes to find Craig's face is only a few inches from my own. For once, he looks at peace. His eyes flutter open. His hand finds a place on my waist. I'm not sure who leans in first, but suddenly we're kissing. Oh, hey, Gintoki. I'm really enjoying this game. It's great. It's just a fun time. I got to the end of one of the dads, and so now I'm going back through each of them to see how the final dates are. Not sure who leans in first, but suddenly we're kissing. Oh my god, you rated it. Hello. Let's hope my computer doesn't crash like last time. I am having some shaky internet, but hopefully for the next approximately 30 minutes to an hour that I'll be on, it stabilizes. We look at each other again, my heart racing. Craig.
Hi.
I got strong feelings for you, bro. Feelings I can't deny anymore. Bro. Me too. I run my hands through his hair, then down to his chest. Craig brings me closer, wrapping his arms around me. I feel so secure. You know, talking about old times is fun, but I like making new memories with you. Aww. I smile, tracing the lines of his hip with my finger. We kiss again. I'm not worried about us getting too cold tonight. Ooh. Drinking too much water can cause water intoxication. This is true. Aww. Oh, dang.
That was perfect.
Don't trust anyone who likes their meat well done. I probably said it before, but also don't trust anyone who likes their meat, like, basically rare. Okay. So I saw how that one went. Craig date. There are a bunch of saves on the Craig date. Okay. Back here.
Welcome.
Okay.
You've got
So we
dads.
went through all of Craig's dates. All of Matt's dates. They don't say they're all finished now because I'm going back, but Brian next. Keep your word. I don't even know who, like, usually, like, I don't play dating games, but this one is very cute and funny, and I really like it. And the art is fantastic. But, like, I don't have a favorite. You're usually supposed to have, like, a favorite, right? I love all of them. They're all so fun and well written. I spend the day lounging around the house in my bathrobe and slippers, committed to enjoying my days off as a testament to dad laziness around the world. Third coffee of the day and doing my second word jumble in pen. Man, is this the life. Hey, this one spells door. You're still taking me to the fair later, right? There's a fair? Dad, it's literally around the corner from us. It's not ringing a bell. I came home yesterday with cotton candy. No, nothing. I gave you a teddy bear that I won, specifically stating when and where I got it. Seriously? Amanda walks to the windowsill and slides the drapes open. There's a big Ferris wheel in the distance. Alright, that one. I thought you meant another carnival. You're coming with me tonight, right? Gosh, honey, I don't know. I've got all this. I look down at the mug of coffee and the word jumble in my hands. Pressing business I need to attend to. Amanda points to my word jumble. Park, dog, clock, cereal. I knew that. I totally knew that. The secret word that they all spell out is pool. Hey, you're pretty good at this. Now you don't have an excuse. You're coming with me. And then it pushes me to my bedroom and forces me to change out of my bathrobe. Wear something nice. I want some arm candy tonight. Got it. And no flip-flops. Not after last time. We don't talk about last time. Amanda and I step outside and follow the faint sound of carnival music. I want to go to a fair. I want to eat a funnel cake. A whole funnel cake by myself. It'll take me an hour. I'll be walking around with funnel cake with the powdered sugar everywhere, and I will insist that I can eat it all, and it'll take me a really long time. I'm gonna go on 3 different rides, having to make someone hold my funnel cake for each one because I haven't finished it yet. That's the dream, baby. So what's the first thing you're gonna do at the fair? Eat greasy food, like deep fry everything and put it in my mouth. I don't care if it isn't tasty to start. I believe that the deep frying process can transmute any non-tasty thing into a tasty thing. Please don't throw up this time. I know my limits. You said that the last time. I was still calibrating. I'm dialed in now. You'll ride the rides with me, right? If you're looking for someone to ride scary rides with, that's a straight veto from the dad constituency. However, I am happy to stand at the fence and take blurry pictures of you riding the rides as per dad custom. Define scary rides. Anything that moves. Well, you're no fun. Maybe I'll find someone at the carnival who will go with me. Wouldn't that be a surprise? Yeah, maybe one of your friends from school will be there. Like, who's someone with the eyebrows? Teresa? She got mono. What about the one who vapes? Alex got suspended for vaping in the school bathroom. Well, I hear carnival rides are fun as a solo rider. But then I'll have no one to puke on. Or will I? What? Hey look, we're here. The carnival is packed with people from all over town tonight. Screaming kids run around with cotton candy and buckets of soda clutched in their grubby fists. Oh, I can smell it. Colorful lights flash all around us. I feel like just smelling the air will clog my arteries. Hey, let's go over to those greasy food carts first. Amanda leads me by the hand in what seems like a very specific direction. I know my favorite one is around here somewhere. Wait a second, is that Brian? Wow, look who it is. Sure enough, it's Brian and his daughter Daisy. Brian has the same confused look on his face as I'm sure I have. What a coincidence that we all happen to be here at the same time in the same exact place. Wow, this is so weird. Can you believe we just happened to come to the carnival on the same night at the same time? Yes, Daisy, that's so strange. How bizarre. Brian. Brogan. I can feel my competitive fire burning inside me again. Last we met, Brian had made a fool of me by besting me at fishing and then out-humbling me in front of my very own daughter. I still want that pole saw. There's plenty of Midway games here. Okay, how about we hang out as a team and explore the carnival together? Yes, Amanda, that sounds like an amazing idea. Let's all go and do stuff together. Amanda and I follow Brian and Daisy as they lead us towards some rides. I can't believe Brian's here. Dad, you need to relax. Daisy and I have been spending a lot of time together. She helps me with my algebra homework, and I've been corrupting her young soul with rock and roll music. She's really cool, but you and Brian won't stop complaining about each other. Oh, he's complaining about me? No, Dad, that's not what I meant. If you and Brian would just talk to each other, maybe you would see that you have a lot in common. See, now I gotta turn it up to 11. Brian's getting obliterated. Dad, you have to chill. Please chill. For my sake. I'm chill. I'm so chill. I'm, like, stupidly chill. At once, I prove once and for all that I'm clearly the better dad. I'll be so chill you could call me liquid nitrogen. I will destroy him. Dad! I spot the entrance to the Midway. A perfect opportunity. Hey, Brian, check it out. Want to get a couple games in? That sounds fun. Maybe a little friendly competition. No, we wanted to check out some clowns over there. Amanda, you're scared of clowns. Overruled. Fine, sure, let's play some games. But if we spend the whole night in there, I'm filing for emancipation. Oh, lighten up. I'll win you something nice. And I'll win you something nice too, Daisy. I'll win more nice things than Brian. I'd like to see you try. Brian and I glare at each other. It doesn't look so much like a glare as just the most friendly bearded face I've ever seen in my life. I love the art on this guy. His hair looks so fluffy. We've been at it for longer than I'd like to admit. Amanda and Daisy sigh heavily at each new game Brian and I challenge each other to, their arms overburdened with stuffed animals and t-shirts with rainbows airbrushed onto them. For every game I win, Brian seems to answer back. Dad, please, enough. Just one last game, honey. So, Rogan, we're tied. What's the ultimate prize? I spot it from across the midway. We lock eyes. It swims absent-mindedly in a bowl of water. That goldfish will be mine. Amanda, sweetie, how about I win you a goldfish? It'll get us out of here. Shit, great. I look over at Brian. We don't say a word, but our locked eyes confirm it. The person who wins the goldfish wins the night. Looks like it's skee-ball. Yeah, wait, looks like it's skee-ball. Any good? I am the best skee-ball player to ever grace this earth. Think you can handle me? Still willing to put up your weed whacker? Only if you're willing to part with that pole saw. Lawn grooming equipment open goes to the skee-ball champ. We share an earnest shake. Always bring a war
Steve
chest.
at ball.
Oh no, oh no. Oh, it's a minigame. Oh god. I'm not even good at skee-ball in real life. Oh. Oh. What? Oh. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Oh, damn, almost. Ah. Why do I keep getting it a split second late? Ah! Okay. I need to hit it a split second before the one that I want to get. Yep. Ah. I gotta stop trying for the hundreds. I gotta be humble here. Oh. Messed up there for a second. Oh. Ha ha! Wow, I'm much better at this in a simple video game than I am in real life. I think I got the 100 once by pure accident. The bell sounds and lights flash. It feels like things are moving in slow motion. The guy running the booth points at me. I turn to look at Brian, and his face is priceless. The attendant reaches up and dumps the goldfish into a plastic baggie. My hands shake as he passes it over to me. I've done it. I've finally done it. The fish is mine. The pole saw is mine. Honestly, bruh, if I could just wager a pole, if someone would offer to give me their pole saw if I won something, I would suddenly become extremely competitive. Victory is mine. I have bested Brian. You won, fair and square. I hold the goldfish above my head, brandishing it aloft for the world to see. Be cool. Speech. I couldn't have done it without Amanda. Gonna go for the humble angle here. You know, you take your W's, we can get your W's, but I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for the love and support of my dear daughter Amanda.
Aw.
Dad, I'd do it all for you, kiddo. Dad, I hand her the fish. May this fish represent our unbreakable bond. Amanda, what would you like to name your new friend? How about Brian? Betrayed by my own flesh and blood, I am devastated.
Yeah.
Who wants to check out the Ferris wheel? Yeah, I want to ride the Ferris wheel. Of course. I'll hang out and watch you guys. Still not a fan of carnival rides. I'd be happy to ride some rides with you kids. I'm just kidding. I love carnival rides. I'm the best at them. Is Brian even trying to be competitive? We traverse the fair and end up at the relatively short line for the Ferris wheel. It doesn't seem like a very popular ride. Daisy and Amanda chat excitedly. I can feel Brian glaring at me. Is he glaring or is he just staring? So, how'd you do on the trig final? Way better than I thought I would. Those cosine problems still trip me up, so I drew a cat instead of answering the questions, and my teacher gave me a point for effort. Wow, is high school really that easy? Absolutely, yes. The school of hard knocks, though, that's another story. Amanda playfully punches Daisy on the arm. Welcome to the streets. You check out that art book I gave you? Yeah, I loved that section on female photographers. You have good taste. You know, I bet your photos will be in a book someday.
Oh, no.
Daisy, stop or I'll cry. They're too cute. Next. Amanda pushes me forward. You first. I sit down in the carriage. And now you. Daisy pushes Brian into the carriage next to me. Before I could say anything, the ride operator closes the gates. They've parent-trapped us. Now, wait just a second. We're gonna go get some deep-fried pickles. You should take the time to work out your differences. Hold on. Get along. Amanda and Daisy run off into the crowd. The ride starts moving. I like Ferris wheels. I like how it's just standing up in a Ferris wheel. I sit in the Ferris wheel with my arms crossed, not talking to Brian. I don't even know what Amanda's talking about. Neither do I. Our carriage creeps slowly upward. Ferris wheels are boring. Could this ride go any slower? Oh, is it too fast for you? That's not what I meant. How could this get any worse? Suddenly, the ride jerks to a halt with us at the very top of the wheel. I can hear the faint yell of the ride operator down below. Sorry, folks, ride's stuck. Guess a raccoon must have stolen a key component to the motor. They're very crafty animals and are frequently attracted to shiny objects, so it makes sense that they would pilfer something like that. Anyway, it'll be some time before we can get y'all down, settle in, and get cozy. Well, and hey, no hand stuff while you're up there. And no mouth stuff either. Well, this is just great. I look down over the expanse of the carnival. I hate to admit it, but it's a pretty good view. I spot someone down at the food cart, melting cheese onto a pile of steaming steak and peppers, and oh man, I'm so hungry. Why didn't we get funnel cake first? Funnel cake should be your first priority on going to any carnival. My stomach rumbles. Oh, I know that sound. Brian reaches into his cargo shorts and pulls out some fruit leather, offering it to me. Cherry or mango? I don't want your stupid fruit leather. Stop being so mean to him. Brian opens and starts eating it. Fine. My stomach growls again. God damn it, why didn't I take the fruit leather? We sit in silence as a crowd begins to form under us. A group of carnival workers attempt to restart the engine. I suddenly remember that I have a tiny book of word jumbles and a golf pencil in my pocket. I pull them out and start working on a fresh page, determined not to look at Brian. Hey, I always bring a puzzle book with me too. Brian pulls out a small book of crossword puzzles and a pen. Are you kidding me? I throw my book of word jumbles off the side of the Ferris wheel in a bit of rage. Oh, I bet we could find it when we get off this thing. Air, you can do my crosswords. Brian holds his book and pen out to me with a smile. Absolutely not. Why do you hate me so much? Hey you, why do you think you're better than me? What? I don't think I'm better than you. Oh, okay, so you were just offering me fruit snacks and crosswords out of the kindness of your heart? Wait, yes? A likely story. All you do is brag about your smart kid and your landscaping and your stupid weed whacker. I'm sick of it. And all you do is one-up me every chance you get. The only thing I wouldn't win is a one-upping other people competition, because you would win that, because that's what you do. I don't do it on purpose. I knew it. Wait, what? You're messing with me, right? No. But I don't think I'm better than you at all. You and your daughter are amazing. I thought we were competing just for fun at first, but the more we started doing it, the more it felt like you must hate me. And the more we did it, the more I wanted to impress you. There were times when I did want to be you, Brogan, but really all I wanted was for you to like me. Aww. Oh my god, I feel like such an ass. But Brian, be honest with yourself, you asshole. I think first we gotta do that. Brian, I'm so sorry. This whole time, it's all so clear now. Is this what Amanda was trying to tell me? I've just been projecting my own insecurities onto you. Everything about you makes me feel inadequate. I think I was just trying to tear you down to compensate for my own low self-esteem. I feel like a total idiot. If I'm being totally honest, I think that you're really cool and strong and a good dad, and you're really... Maybe we don't go there just yet. Anyway, I have a lot of respect for you, Brian. I'm sorry I got so weird and jealous. I think if you're willing to forgive me, we could probably be good friends. We sit in silence for a second. Can we start over? What do you mean? From the beginning. Brian holds out his hand. I'm Brian. I take his hand and shake it vigorously. Hey, Brian, I'm Brogan. It's really nice to meet you. Great shirt. Ah, thanks, Brogan. Brian and I look at each other. We both share a smirk over this silly little game, but it feels good to be on the same side for once. Alright, folks, thanks for being patient. Turns out the raccoon didn't steal a part, was instead still rummaging around in the inner workings of the engine. We formed a wary yet mutually beneficial truce. The carriage starts moving, and we found ourselves down on dry land in no time. Brian and I wander around for a bit, looking for Daisy and Amanda. You know, getting stuck on that Ferris wheel could have been a lot worse. I'm glad we worked things out. Ah, me too, buddy. Now that's over with, we can both get home to quietly enjoy our evenings. Agreed. Dad! Amanda and Daisy run up to us. I think you kids will be pleased to find out that Brian and I have worked out our... Dad, that's great and all, but Brian's in trouble. But Brian's... The fish, Brian! What? Daisy and I got on the log flume when we were going down the hill. Brian just flew right out of the log, and now he's hanging from some pipe on the ride. We have to save him. But Brian... The fish! Brian the fish! Oh, right. Come on! We sprint over to the log fume, spotting Brian the fish stuck up in the rafters of the ride. We'll get you down, little buddy. We have to get Brian before the fair closes, or who knows what'll happen to him. But the fair closes in 10 minutes. I guess we need to hustle then. What's the plan? Well, one ride around the track lasts 90 seconds. Brian's hanging from a pipe right above the drop, so you'll have a window of about 10 seconds to grab him. Wow, did you just do all that math in your head? That's really impressive. I just counted. It's not that impressive. I'm so proud of you, honey. Okay. That raptor is pretty high up. How are we gonna reach him? We all think for a second. I've got it. Brian runs over to the midway. It's the last game that we played and snags a pole from the game attendant that they used to grab stuffed animals. I think this will do the trick. Amanda presses 2 ticket stubs into my hand. Here, these are our last 2 tickets. Brian's fate is in your hands now. There's no time. Come on. Brian leads me by the hand to the entrance of the log flume, getting there just in the nick of time. It's like you guys are the last ones. We take our seats on the slippery vinyl. The ride operator pulls the bar down over our laps. Ready for this? The log starts drifting down the fake river. Unnaturally blue water sloshes over the sides, soaking my shoes. This is gross. I'm glad to know that all carnivals have that nasty, artificially blue water, and it feels really gross when it gets in your shoes. You know how earlier I said I was the best at carnival rides? The ride jerks forward and I let out a small yelp. Might have been an embellishment! A rickety log makes a slow climb up the track for the most grueling minute of my life. I see him. Hanging from the rafters just below the drop is our beloved Brian, the fish, not the guy. You ready? I don't think I can reach it from where I'm sitting. It's all you, buddy. Brian presses the fishing pole into my hands. Okay, I don't know if I can do this. Hey, I believe in you. I gulp. I can do this. Get that fish. Oh, great. Fuck. Yes! Okay, it was the same thing as before, except it didn't take me like a full-ass minute to figure out how the game worked. With a precision only attainable from playing midway games at a competitive level, I hooked the baggie that contained Brian the fish and placed it onto my lap. I did it! I grasped the bag firmly. He'll be nice and safe during the oh god, the drop. I momentarily forgot there was a drop. It's a big drop. Oh, it's coming up real low. It's a big drop! So when I told you that I had sort of been over-exaggerated my proficiency with carnival rides, it turns out that I had under-exaggerated just how bad I am with them. I am utterly and completely terrified of carnival rides. Brian looks over to me and takes my hand in his. I'm right here. We can do this. He gives my hand a squeeze as our log tips over the edge and flies down the drop. Ah! A wall of water rains down on us. I realized I had my eyes squeezed shut and opened them to find Brian still holding my hand. He smiles at me. That wasn't so bad. Told you we would make it. Is that what he's so sweet? Brian and I walk off the ride and approach Daisy and Amanda. I hand the baggie to Amanda. Brian! Hey! No, the fish. Oh. I mean, hey, thanks for saving the fish. Don't thank me, that was all your dad. Ah, shucks, it was a team effort. Yeah, you all used your special skills to get him back. Brian got the pole, Daisy did the math, and you got the fish. I didn't get to do anything cool. Well, honey, I'm sure you... Hey, what are you guys doing up there? That was totally dangerous. Amanda steps in front of us and plants her feet. Listen, dude, it might have been totally dangerous, but I'll have you know that we triumphed over more than just your silly rules today. We overcame adversity through teamwork and friendship and love. We banded together to achieve a common goal, and here we stand stronger than the sum of our parts. And for you to... I really don't care. The fair's closing. Just get out of here. The ride operator wanders off. You really are a sparkling conversationalist. We join the crowd of fairgoers slowly ambling back to the parking lot. Kids want to stick around for the fireworks? Do we have to? I have never seen a child less enthusiastic about fireworks. Yeah, can we just go home? We've been hauling all these prizes around for hours. My back is killing me. You kids run on ahead. We'll catch up with you later tonight. Amanda and Daisy skip along. We'll probably find them later curled up on my couch and watching Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Truckers. I'm serious. I would watch that show. Brian and I sit down on a bench a little further away from the rest of the crowd who have all gathered to watch the fireworks. Hell of a day, huh? You can say that again. Hell of a day, huh? This is the one time I will let you outdad me. Ha! I'll take it. I breathe in the cool night air as the first firework launches and explodes in the sky over the fair. I'm glad we talked about all that stuff. Me too. It's good to have a friend like you, Brian. The fireworks launch into full swing, bursting around us in a rainbow of reds, greens, blues, and whites. Oh, sound effects. There's one more thing I have to admit, though. What's that? I don't know anything about fishing. Brian bursts out laughing. Ow, buddy. I know. What? You knew the whole time? I mean, you weren't exactly subtle about it. I can feel myself blushing. He laughs again. It's okay, it was cute. If you're interested, maybe I could teach you sometime. That's what friends do, right? Ha! The laughter dies down and we watch the fireworks a little longer. I can tell he wants to say something, but he's having trouble getting it out. I know. It's kind of funny. What is? We're not fighting anymore, but I still feel like we left some stuff, unresolved. Oh, lawn mowing is still happening. We're cool now, but don't think I forgot about that. Brian laughs. Nah, it's not that. Don't you feel like there's maybe something else here?
I don't know about that.
Or is it just me? Looking at Brian, his smile illuminated by the crackling embers falling through the night sky, I suddenly understand what he's talking about. Oh. This whole time, with emotions running so high, I realized what I've really been feeling. What I thought was jealousy was actually... It's not just you. Brian inches toward me.
Hey.
You know, it's hard paying attention to the fireworks when you're right here. Oh, smooth. He and I lean in and our lips touch. He places one hand on my shoulder, then another at the base of my neck, gently pulling me closer to him in a warm embrace. I feel safe. Aww. Brian pulls away from me for a moment and smiles. I guess now we get to compete over who's better at kissing. Brian stifles a laugh and pulls me in for another. I'll accept that challenge. Aww. Sure enough, when I get home, Amanda and Daisy are passed out on the sofa, surrounded by giant stuffed animals. Amanda's snoring drowns out the Paranormal Ice Truckers still playing on TV. I turn everything off and throw a couple blankets over the kids before heading myself to bed. That's tip number 4. Stand up for yourself. Aww.
Of all the dates I've been on, that sure was something.
A tiny, tiny grasshopper just landed on my keyboard, and I looked at it, and it just jumped right past my head, and I think it went into the house plants. I don't know where it went. Okay. You know, I gotta sign off at some point, but one more. These are so cute. They're so cute and sweet. Okay. Load again before the last date.
Welcome. You've got dads.
This one's sure to be interesting. It's gotta be, right? Don't know what to expect from this wild card. Wild cord? What the hell am I saying? Wild card? I haven't heard from Robert in a while. I guess that's a good thing, but I can't help but kind of miss him. I'm about to go to sleep one night when I hear a knock on the door. It just shows up at your house? Hello? Hey. I look behind me to make sure Amanda's not around. What do you want? I think you know. We have to sort of casually agree to 2 one-night stands with the guy. Should we cut him off? What will happen if we do that? Robert, no, I don't have time to deal with, whatever this is, alright? Clearly you have 0 respect for me or yourself. Go home. Fine, there are plenty of other dads in this neighborhood. See ya. Robert wanders off. Well, I guess that's that. Wait, what happens if I go back and choose the other option? Okay, that was short enough that I can immediately go right back and do the other option, huh? Okay, well.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Yeah, let's try again, let's see. Liquor before beef, you're in the clear. Never heard that one before. Knock on the door.
Oh.
What do you want? I think you know. Yeah, sure. Give me 5 minutes. Robert winks at me. I swish some mouthwash, throw on a generous amount of deodorant, and put on some chapstick. I know he's just gonna treat me like garbage, but you know what? The sex is really, really good, so I think I'm okay with it. Robert and I go back to his place. And he kicks me out first thing in the morning. Not sure why I expected anything different. I walk home with a heavy heart. I climb back into my own bed, feeling more lonely than I have in a long time. Aw. There's probably something else in the game that I have to do to sort of like unlock more of a story. That's how it usually works in these, right? Okay, so both of those were really short. So back to Dad Book.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Damien. This guy's so sweet. I'm such a huge fucking history nerd. It's just charming. Ever since we had that picnic in the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nighttime strolls pretty regularly. He was so impressed with that first letter I wrote him that he insisted we only communicate by post instead of through Dad Book. I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old signet rings to use as a seal for my letters, and I just couldn't say no. Hanging out with that goth dad again? Please, Amanda, you know his name. And yes, be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you invited him into our household that one time, and I've seen The Lost Boys, and I honestly would have preferred trying to see if he could have walked through the threshold of our home under his own power. Yes, Amanda, I become Damien's familiar. I am compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie. Turn into a bat. I don't think... What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat? Well, okay, I'm off. Are you taking the car, or are you flying off into the night on the leathery wings of a bat? One of those. While I'm out, can you throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezer so I don't die? That would be great. I'm keeping it in there as insurance. You understand, right? That's my girl. Damien and I walk along the water's edge, chatting. Damien's cape, I mean cloak. He hates it when people call it a cape. Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. Man, I want to wear a cloak. I need to make one of those, you know, one of those, like, really cute capes with, like, the faux fur around it. It's got the hood. I want one of those for winter because it's been, like, getting colder and I hate it. This doesn't seem like a silly question, but why do goths wear black? Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense that the style surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning. Interestingly enough, though, was that in the Victorian era, Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is. I have another question. Go ahead. How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned it in the graveyard that it helps you appreciate your life or something? Yeah, bro, Memento Mori. Sing me that Memento Mori goth daddy. I've experienced several losses over the course of my life, and I truly believe that the only manageable way to cope with it is to accept that death is simply a part of living. It's a single universal truth for every human who has ever lived. I am going to die, you are going to die, and life carries on without us. Does that make you feel scared? Not at all. Without the advances of modern science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era, and yet funerals were major social functions. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of their loved ones, even going so far as to take elaborately staged photographs of their dead relatives. The minutiae of mourning was so complex that there were set periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable based on who in your life had passed. Now, we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself because we have no modern equivalent of those formalities. We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel that loss fully, but not allow it to consume us. So no, I'm not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste to spend your life dreading the end of it. The time we have here is brief and fleeting and occasionally cruel, but it is at all times precious. To stare death in the face and live despite that, I think, is a noble existence. Let's save the mourning for the dead. That's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. See, I agree with the game. I can see the moonlight in the bay glint off Damien's eyes. He smiles. We turn to the harbor and watch ships pass, breathing in the salty sea air. I look at Damien again and can't help but be entranced by his charm, his mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. I lean in closer to Damien, closing my eyes as I do so. I'm so sorry I have to take this. Damien steps away from me to answer his phone. Oh no, I hope it is Lucian again. After speaking in hushed tones for a few moments, Damien returns to me. Everything okay?
Oh my.
There's an emergency. Lucian? No, thankfully, but I must take my leave. Oh, okay. Is there anything I can do to help? Dads do have to stick together, right? You know it. Then come. There isn't time to waste. Did someone die? After a short drive in silence, we arrive at a rundown building on the outskirts of town. Where are we? It's better if I just show you. Are we gonna go to an industrial rave? Oh. I push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but they're so nondescript, I'm still unsure what kind of place this even is. Wait here for a moment, I'll be right back. Oh yeah, doesn't he like volunteer at pet shelters or something? Damien walks off down the corridor, his boot heels echoing through the halls of the seemingly empty building. Distant howls echo from some place I can't see, and there's a faint scratching sound, like claws on tile. I cautiously peek down the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain-link fence, sticking their noses through to sniff at the air. What have I gotten myself into? Suddenly, the light shuts off. I panic, unsure of where I am or how I can get out. I stumble through the darkness, my breathing getting heavier and heavier. Damien? The lights finally turn back on. Hey, Sailor. Mary, what are you doing here?
Come on.
You aren't here for the fight club? I don't want to get punched in the face. Great, because this is an animal shelter. A what? We take care of stray animals, and then people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in? Oh, sorry. I didn't really expect to see you volunteering in an animal shelter. Wow. Okay, kid, way to put me in a box. Dames, you hear this baloney? Just one moment. Thunder cracks and a door bursts open, appearing from the shadows I see. Damien? Oh my god, look at him. Hey. It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victorian-era clothing, no makeup. I wasn't planning to share the side of me until much later, but I'm not as goth as you think. I'm a systems administrator for the IT department of a realty company. I wear tennis shoes to work, and I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to hardware stores looking at storage solutions, and I volunteer at this animal shelter in my spare time. It's okay, you don't have to live a 100% goth lifestyle. You can have a modern life. I'm boring. I'm fascinated with Victorian history and the goth lifestyle. That much is true. It's just not all that I am, and I need you to know that. Oh, I hate to kill the moment here, but there's some pressing business that needs attending to. Oh, right. It's Duchess Cordelia. Again. Who's Duchess Cordelia? She is one of the pups. Gets out all the time. She somehow learned how to open doors, and now she's unstoppable. When did she get out?
Hey.
This morning. I went to sing sea shanties to the cats, and when I came back, she had already bolted. I have to stay here with the pets, so I need you two to go and find her. Of course. Where could she be? She always ends up running off to the same places. Here, let me draw you a map. Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form. She's very smart, ruthless even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she turns into a werewolf and starts eating people. What? You're a perfect little peach, Brogan. We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold. Oh. I'll grab some treats and we can hit the road. Damien and I look over at the map Mary created for us. Oh, man, I'm Nerd's house? Softball field, coffee spoon. Aquarium, shelter, Bayside. Mario Batali. Kale, coffee dad, Nerd's house. Mary's sick pad. Smalls, Dames, other Nerd's house. Shit. The ocean or whatever. At least you're not other Nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Congrats, kiddo. Where should we head first? Okay, so it's over here, right? That's where the pets live, so maybe we can go check the nearby neighborhood to see if the dog got attracted there? Damien and I exit the parking lot and start driving around town. I look over at him and he seems concerned. Shouldn't be too hard to find the Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup. Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. One time she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. It was a really great year for Bark Bark Bark. I don't know. What do you think our odds are, Brogan? Gotta stay positive. My dad once told me, Brogan, you can't shove raisins up your nose, and that hurt my feelings. I felt discouraged, but I kept a positive attitude, and you know what? I made it happen. Ew. It might have landed me in the ER and forced me to have 10 golden raisins removed from my nasal cavity, but on that day I learned that anything is possible if you have a good attitude and abnormally large nostrils. Young children really are resilient, I suppose. Haha, yes, young children. I was 16. Let's just hope for the best. We got this. We drive through the cul-de-sac and everything seems to be pretty normal. It looks like Brian's doing some yard work. We pull into Brian's driveway and hop out. Hey, don't step on the grass, I just mowed. Have you seen any unusual activity in the area today, aside from your underwatered lawn? Oh, here we go. How dare you? I take my lawn care very seriously. Brogan, please. You haven't seen a dog run through here, have you? Well, a little while ago, I heard Maxwell barking at something, and I came outside and my garden had been torn to shreds. It's going to take forever to refill the soil. That could be a dog, or a rather feisty raccoon. Whatever it was, it must have been hungry. Ate all my tomatoes. I'm very sorry to hear about your garden. If you need assistance restoring it to its former glory, please don't hesitate to contact me. Will do, buddy. Good luck finding that dog. She's probably still hungry. I wonder if she's looking for more food elsewhere. The dog ate the tomatoes? The coffee spoon is... Oh, wait, here's the shelter. I got confused because I'm dumb. Okay. The coffee spoon has food. We park in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk inside. It seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter, reading a book. Hey, Matt. Oh, I didn't expect to see you two today. What's up? Have you seen any strange dogs around? Actually, yeah. I caught one digging through the trash earlier. It ran away when I tried to get closer, though. Did you see what direction it ran in? Matt thinks for a second. Might have been running east, I think. Matt popped forth with 3 pans of old banana bread Kennedys. Want to take some for the road, just in case? Sure thing. Matt packages up a slice. Thanks for the slice. The rope slice. This banana bread is going to be so good. I think he meant to give it to you for the dog. Right, I meant it's going to be so good for the dog to eat. I feel like we're on the right track. You think? If we keep this up, we'll find the Duchess in no time. Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any? Lucian is severely allergic. I wouldn't put him through that. But there are still dogs in my life, so for that I'm grateful. There's about to be one more dog in your life, buddy. Splendid attitude. Let's not waste any more time. Barely. Okay, it said east, so it would have gone into the cul-de-sac, right? We arrived at the cul-de-sac to find everything looking normal, except, oh, Hugo's front door is wide open. She can open doors. This is classic Duchess Cordelia, a telltale sign. We should approach with caution. Whatever goes down in there, I've got your back. We creep onto the porch and step inside. There, sitting in the center of Hugo's living room like she owns the damn place, is one of the biggest dogs I've ever seen. Orf. Well, she hasn't broken anything in here yet. Wonderful. Now all we have to do is get this leash on her before she tries to escape again and get out of here before Hugo comes home. Easy peasy. Duchess, come here. The Duchess eyes Damien warily. As he approaches, she begins to growl. She's on her guard. We'll need another plan. Give her the banana bread Kennedys? I reach into my pocket and pull out the slice of banana bread Kennedys Matt gave me. Duchess sniffs the air and hones in on the bread. Come here, girl. Nice and easy. Got some yummy, homemade, vegan, and possibly gluten-free banana bread, if that's what you're into. The Duchess cautiously approaches me and gives the bread a good sniff before gently taking it from my hand and dropping it to the ground like dogs always do for some reason. She curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success! Damien walks up behind Duchess and attaches the leash to her collar. She immediately notices and starts whining. It's time to go home now, Duchess. Damien gives a tug on the leash. She won't move. Duchess, what happened to our rapport? You and I used to be bosom buddies. She still doesn't move. She's huge. There's no way we could even try to lift her. Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we're literally trespassing in our friend's house with this large dog. What are you nerds doing? Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls. A plate for... we're definitely not trespassing. It looks like trespassing. Well, yeah. It just looks like that. Damn it, what are we doing? Trespassing? Oh no. You two being like that? The Duchess notices Ernest and starts pulling on the leash. Why is this dog in my house? It's so long. The Duchess suddenly breaks free from Damien's grip and hurtles towards Ernest. Ah! Ernest and the Duchess fall to the ground. Pizza rolls fly everywhere. This is bad! Ernest, are you okay? Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll. Hey, she likes pizza rolls. Ernest sits up, but the dog keeps licking his face. Oh, hey? Hugo stands at the door, looking like he's at a loss for words. What? Why are you guys... Whose dog is this? It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors. Oof. Hugo, may I present you to Duchess Cordelia? How do you do? Or... We're friends. The Duchess looks at Ernest's face. She's from the local animal shelter. She got out and we've been chasing her all around town. Your house was your final stop. I probably should have gone to the other places just to see what would happen. Dad, can we keep her?
Oh no.
Ernest, I don't know if we're set up to take care of Wait, did you just call me Dad? Come on, please look how cute she is. Hugo sighs.
Hmm?
We have been talking about adopting a dog for a while. But you have to promise me you'll take care of her. Yeah! I'll give her all the pizza rolls and her little heart desires. Oh. Sorry, I accidentally messed that up. Got the forms ready for you if you're interested.
Ah.
I'll even waive the adoption fee since, we technically broke into your household. Well, alright, it's a deal. Aw. Hugo steps onto the porch with us and signs a form while Ernest plays with the Duchess inside. He sure seems to be happy with his new friend. I know, he called me Dad, can you believe it? Damien places a hand on Hugo's shoulder. I certainly can. I think this will be really good for Ernest. It should teach him some responsibility. You should probably look into getting better locks on your doors, though. The Duchess is a wily one, but do right by her and she'll love you two forever. Thank you. Aw, we found the doggo a home. And long story short, the Duchess now lives in a happy home and neither of us were charged for breaking and entering. So all in all, I think it was a fine day's work. Nice work, you two. Brogan, you could be a valuable asset to our team of volunteers, If you ever feel like petting some puppies, hit me up. Mary, I always feel like petting puppies. Good to know. Well, I'll catch you fellas later. Mary starts to leave. And one last thing. Damien's been telling me about you. Glad he finally brought you around. Oh, yeah.
Give it a rest.
Damien's my special boy. I love him. We go way back, and I got a vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you ever heard him. Mary. You can fill in the blanks. I gulp. Yes, ma'am. Mary leaves me alone with Damien. So, about the whole goth thing, I, completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore. What? Am I missing something here? I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes. I wear dumb glasses. Don't you care? You look so nervous. Damien, do you really think I only like you because of all the goth stuff? That's all cool, but the best thing is how passionate you are about the things you love. History, art, Victorian fashion, dogs, storage solutions. It doesn't matter what it is. You care. And that's awesome. And also, the glasses are very cute. They are adorable. You don't think I'm boring? At all? If you're boring, then I don't know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights. I get excited to mow my lawn on Saturdays. I get cranky about commercials being too loud. I've even been thinking about making my own peanut butter. Okay, the player character just got a little too relatable. And maybe we can be boring together. Aww. Would never be boring if it was with you. Damien suddenly closes the gap between us and pulls me into a hug. He buries his face in my shoulder. His hair smells like lavender and rosemary. I was so scared he wouldn't like me. Quite the opposite. Damien pulls away for a second and looks me in the eyes. Without the colored contacts, his eyes are so dark and soulful. May I kiss you? Does a bat... Of course. I'd love that. He smiles slightly and leans in, giving me a gentle kiss. Damien pulls away and gives me an intense look. Do you want to help me take care of the puppies? Yes! Damien and I arrive back at the cul-de-sac, our fingers intertwined. I love how he went back through a wardrobe change to go back home. Like a proper gentleman, he walks me to my doorstep. This was lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I'm very happy I can be myself around you. I'm glad, but I have one request. What's that? Can we keep sending each other letters? But of course. Damien kisses me one last time before turning around and heading home. Amanda runs back to the couch from the window and tries to look as nonchalant as possible. Hello, Father. I was sitting here on the couch this entire time. Hi, Amanda. So, are you guys, starting a vampire coven together? Oh, plot twist. Mothman. Damien's actually Mothman. I didn't see it coming either. Genius. Well, whatever's happening, I'm really glad you two are happy. You deserve it, Dad. Aw, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning? Sure thing. I make my way to my room and fall into my bed with my heart full, excited for the days to come. Aww. That's so sweet.
Have you considered taking part in the goth lifestyle?
Aww. really do have to sign off. Okay. Yeah, I gotta sign off for now. I'm getting a headache from not eating enough, and I gotta work on some stuff before it starts. Is it gonna rain? It might rain. So, okay, I don't know if anyone's still there. I don't know if anyone's even been able to see any of this, considering how bad my internet has been, according to Streamlabs. However, I gotta head off for now. If anyone's out there, time to work on someone else. I'd raid someone, but, I don't know. I'll raid next time. Goodbye for now. End stream.